These long dog days of summer, I mean, we just made it through a heat wave. Mama was parched through this heat wave. I was hitting up Dunkin' every single day, and I will continue to probably for the rest of my days, but especially this summer. Dunkin' is helping everyone stay cool this summer with its lineup of refreshers. These drinks are packed with bold, fruity flavors and served ice cold. It's amazing. Dunkin' refreshers are the perfect afternoon pick-me-up. I like to start my morning with them personally, and then sometimes I go back for a second one because I'm just feeling crazy. They come in a variety of delicious flavors, including fan favorites mango pineapple and strawberry dragon fruit. And then for a limited time, there's black cherry and there's pink pineapple. I'm going to tell you something right now, and it's a bold claim, let me tell you, but I stand behind it. Pink pineapple will change your life. It is so good. It has me feeling like I'm sitting in a pool, resort side, just living, honey. It's so yummy. Try your favorite flavor with green tea, sparkling water, lemonade, or Dunkin's all-new limeade. I haven't tried the limeade yet, but I'm going to. Usually I get my drinks made with green tea and occasionally lemonade, but I do really like the green tea. Or if you don't want to build your own, try one of Dunkin's curated refreshers like the Cherry Lime Ricky or the Ultimate Pink Daydream. The Cherry Lime Ricky, scrumptious. I could drink like 3 of these a day. They're so freaking yummy. Head to Dunkin' today and find your favorite refresher. Dunkin' refreshers contain less than 1% fruit juice. Limited time offer. You know what's really terrifying? That unfinished college degree lurking in the background, just sitting there waiting for you. That's where Southern New Hampshire University comes in. With flexible online degree programs, there's no commuting, no rigid schedule, and no more excuses. Plus, they have some of the lowest online tuition rates in the U.S. Visit snhu.edu/morbid to learn more before your degree becomes just another story about what could have been. Chilling crime cases are mysterious, but finding coverage shouldn't be. With the State Farm Personal Price Plan, you have options and can personalize your plan to help create an affordable price so you can get back to cracking all of life's bigger cases. Talk to a State Farm agent today to learn how you can choose to bundle and save with the Personal Price Plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Head to statefarm.com to get a quote. Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state. When the full moon turns white, that's when I'll come home. That's such a fucking banger.
It is a banger.
Should we just start the episode like that?
I feel like we should.
Hey, weirdos, I'm Ash.
And I'm Alaina.
And this is Twilight Morbid.
Yeah, this is our bonus episode.
Wow.
Guys, we're going to be talking about Twilight today.
Oh my god, rewatching this first of all, I feel like this all started like around Halloween. I came over to record something late night and I was like, yeah, thanks a lot for making me come over here late night because I was just watching Twilight. And Alaina stopped dead in her tracks and she goes, why were you watching Twilight? And I was like, I just wanted to watch it. And she goes, no, earlier I was watching Twilight for no fucking reason either.
For no reason, it just hit me. I was like, oh, I want to watch Twilight and I want to watch that camp classic again.
Like, why on the same day did the book, like, it wasn't in a movie lineup. I was just like searching through movies. Or, you know what? I was probably searching for like Halloween movies and it was in there. And I was like, a Halloween movie, Twilight?
Yeah, you're like, what the
But I was
fuck?
like, you know what? I'm going to fucking watch it.
Let's put on some Twilight.
And then we were talking about it and on the
And
pod,
you guys
were
came
there.
through.
And you guys said, do it.
You guys came through in a big way.
Yes.
A big way. We've been knee deep in Twilight. I'm really hoping that you guys dig this episode because I'm really hoping that you will allow us to do the rest of the movies and the rest of the books because
Here's the thing.
it's gonna be fun.
Even if you guys don't like this, I'm just gonna pretend that you did, and we're still gonna do the rest
Damn
of
it!
them.
I think you're gonna be down.
I think you're gonna love it.
We've been knee deep in it. I mean, there's so many things to watch on TikTok about it. So many interviews with the cast, and then there's this book. I had followed this person on TikTok. Her name's Sarah Elizabeth Gallagher.
That book is...
It's amazing.
It's a gold mine.
The book is Why We Love and Hate Twilight, the highs and lows of the Twilight saga. I had followed her on TikTok because she organically came up on my feed and was just talking about something. I think the first thing I saw was her talking about how, like, it's real weird that, like, Stephanie Meyer has, like, an illustrated guide to Twilight and wrote in that illustrated guide. It's not weird that she has the guide, but it's weird that she wrote that, like, and we'll get into it, that all the pigment gets leached out of your skin when you become a vampire, and was very clear on the fact that you are white no matter what ethnicity you are.
Yeah, I would classify that as big fucking weird.
And when that popped up on my feed, I said, I'm interested. And I immediately started following.
Tell me everything, sister.
So right off the bat, she's a great follow. She's very interesting. She's really deep in it. And this book, Why We Love and Hate Twilight, we'll link it in the show notes because it's a really fun, it's a quick read. It's a fun read. She goes into the books. She goes into, and all the books, the whole series, all the movies. Like, she has some really funny takes in here. Highly recommend it. But also a gold mine for anything you really, if you start wanting to just go down the rabbit hole, because let me tell you,
I don't even think we got to go all the way down.
Yeah.
We went so far. It's been like a few days that we've spent just in the Twilight,
in the trenches,
rabbit hole, and I could go for like eons longer.
And if we'll do the other movies and we'll go even deeper. But
I can't wait.
If you're really interested, definitely check out cast interviews because holy shit. Robert Pattinson in particular.
I was just gonna say his interviews. Robert Pattinson fucking hates these movies.
His interviews are wild.
And he hates the book. He literally was like, when I first read it, I felt like I was reading like Stephanie's diary, and I was like, this is really fucking weird.
Yeah, he was like, I shouldn't be reading this.
I don't think anybody should read this.
It's wild. And so that's interesting. And then Stephanie Myers has had and maintained a website throughout the process, even before the books were published, where it's a treasure trove of interesting things. I mean,
like an archive.
Updates. Yeah, it's all archived. There's like fan casting that she wanted for the movies, which is very interesting. It's still up there. Yeah. She wanted Henry Cavill to play Edward really bad.
Not for me.
She wanted that so bad.
I said he was just born 40. He can't play a 17-year-old, even in 2008.
I feel like the picture of him as 17, he looks younger. He just isn't what I pictured.
He's not what I picture at all.
But
also, we were just like...
Transparently.
It's embedded in our heads that it's Robert Pattinson.
Well, and not even, because transparently for me... I love Robert Pattinson.
No,
I think he's wildly handsome, and I really like him. I remember watching the movie, and when he first came on, I was like disappointed. That's not what I pictured.
That's so funny.
And I wasn't disappointed because he's ugly or something, or like unattractive.
Yeah.
He just wasn't what I pictured in my head.
Yeah.
And so I was like, damn, that sucks. Like, that's not what I thought. He became more Edward to me as it went on.
Yeah.
But like, I remember being like and actually, John, shout out to John. He went to the first Twilight movie with me because he's a real one.
Yeah.
And I remember just looking at him and being like, that's not who I thought Edward was. And he was like, what?
He's like, I'm sorry.
Like, why are you upset about
I feel
this?
like we must have had such a different experience reading these for the first time, because you read these at 22, which must have been like quite the adventure.
The books came out in 2005.
2005.
So I was just out of high school.
Well, I think I read them like when the movie started to come out, because
I read them ahead of time.
Okay. It started to be like a craze. I read them when I was like 12. So even just like the age that you were when you read them, I mean, like it must have been so different for us because
I was like 18 or something.
Or
like 19.
I think I was like prime fucking age for these books because I thought they were just next level. Next level.
And I mean, like, props to her. These books, they hooked everybody.
Yeah.
So that, like, I'm not out here saying like I want to reread them because I think it will be a very interesting total reread.
I know. I wish I still had mine.
I still have mine.
Do you really?
Yeah, they're floating around. So like, I'm definitely going to be rereading them. And like, props to her for, she told a story that that's what everybody wants to do, who wants to like be an author, be a storyteller. You want to tell a good story.
And she did.
She told one.
She told a good ass story.
Where I think she might have dipped into some issues is where she went a little too far into explaining the lore and the backstories. Sometimes I think you just, you don't need it. Sometimes I don't need it.
It's like when you over egg a pudding.
That's the thing. Sometimes it's like, I think just letting the readers and the fans come up with their own headcanons and kind of take things from little bits and pieces you give them is the best way to do it. Because then it becomes their story. And it's like they can kind of be, but when you're giving them too much, you're putting a little too much of your own personal likes and dislikes into the story, and that can get hairy, and as weird. It does here. So
I mean, we just told you that the hairiest it could possibly get.
It gets pretty hairy.
Yeah.
So the movie came out in 2008, the first movie. Like I said, the first book was published in 2005. According to her website, I'm pretty sure she like wrote, like, first of all, she had a dream. That's where this all came from. The dream is very interesting to me. I'm not like sitting here questioning her reality, but she said what happened was she had a dream, and this dream was she was watching two people in a meadow. Like the dream was two people that weren't her in this meadow, and they were talking, they were an impossibly beautiful boy and a very average looking girl.
Which like, damn.
Which I was like, okay. And sure. And they were talking about how in love they were, but how it was going to be hard because he was a vampire and all this shit. And she just was like, I got to know what's up with these two. That's interesting. And I'm not here to, maybe other people dream this way. I never dream where I'm watching a movie in my dream.
Or
I'm
like
always
watching,
part of the dream.
I'm not like watching two people have a conversation ever.
No.
Like I'm always part of, I'm in the mix in my dreams.
Like I'm always part of what's going on. Like even, like, cause The Butcher and the Wren, my first book, I had a dream when I was pregnant, and I was being chased in the dream.
Yeah,
by
like
somebody.
you were the Wren.
Like I was being chased, and I was like, "Who the fuck is that guy?"
Right.
I was actively in the dream. And again, that's just how I dream. I don't know if other people dream, and I would be curious to hear you guys. Do you guys ever dream where you're watching other people exist and you're just no part of the dream?
Yeah.
Because if you, I'm very interested in.
I'm sure people probably do because dreams are so fucking weird. Even people
that's
like that write in their stories to us about their dreams in general. They're always fucking crazy.
They're crazy. But I'm always involved in mine. But maybe it's different. But that's how this started. Yeah, she wanted to know these two people. She wanted to like flesh out this story,
which is cool,
very cool. Especially when you get a part of the story in the dream, and you're like, well, now I want to know more. Like, why can't you be together? What's that about? So I think she said that she did all of this, dreamt it, wrote it, edited it, published it in like 6 months. Which is
crazy.
Beyond my wildest imagination.
Because it's a pretty solid length.
It's a thick ass book. And
how many pages is it?
How many pages is it?
Holy shit.
It's thick.
It varies by edition, but the original hardcover had 544 pages, and the paperback book had 498.
Yeah.
That's a big old book.
That's a big beefy book. So it's like, that's wild.
I just remember walking around like 6th and 7th grade, and everyone in the hallway had one fucking part of that series in their hands. I was always reading that shit.
Yeah, I vividly remember tearing through these books.
Yeah.
Which is funny because I've been trying to get back in. I've been on such a horror and thriller kick, which I love. I will stay thriller forever.
Are you about to say something that I was thinking about the other day?
I'm interested. I was so involved in these books that I'm like, I should give some of these kind of books a chance more. Fantasy kind of thing? Yeah, like more fantasy stuff because I love that stuff.
It's so funny. I started a thriller the other day and it's not bad by any means, but I was just like, I can't get into this. And it's not the book because it's been like a couple times lately that I've picked up some thrillers and I'm like, I think I need a genre switch.
Yeah, sometimes you get trapped in a genre for sure. Like I'll never get sick of horror.
No.
Like I can read a horror book every day for the rest of my life and I'll be happy. Mm-hmm. But in like thriller, I love to. And like I love those, but I do think
sometimes you need to like switch it around.
Well, and going back to this made me remember how obsessed I was with this series and wanting to know what happened next and like being very involved in
it. And the rules of like
no
vampire world.
Yeah, and just liking the lore and liking like this whole like fantasy world that was going on.
And then even when you get into like, and hopefully we can get into it next time more, but like when you get into New Moon and you start to learn like Jacob's tribe, like all those
when
rules.
that starts being brought in, which also is like a wild thing that she kind of like found this Quileute tribe, and it's like a little bit of like taking their legends and turning it into what she wanted to.
Yeah.
But here we are. But there's a lot to this. And that one of the things that she like Stephanie Meyer like readily admits is that she was like fully in love with Edward. Like
And
fully
Robert
in love with her
Pattinson
fictional
also picked up on that.
character. Yeah.
We gotta link some of the interviews.
We do, because he did an interview with E where
The interviewer looked like he wanted his chair to swallow him whole.
because it was for the Twilight film. Like Twilight is right
promoting
behind
it.
him. It's like a press junket. And he's asking
He didn't give
about
a
it.
fuck.
And Robert Pattinson is like, yeah, it felt, when I read the book, I was kind of like, I feel like I'm reading Stephanie's journal. And she like, and he literally says like sexual fantasies about this Edward character.
This fictional character.
And he's like, and I thought this woman's mad. Like she's in love with her fictional character. And I was like, oh my God.
yeah, he called them out 2020, if you remember.
It was, and this, he's Edward. Like he's Edward.
Long term, babe.
Like that is
No switcheroo.
wild. It's wild. And he says, he was like, this just felt like, and he even said it felt like she is Bella and she saw herself as Bella.
Well, and I think she has kind of admitted to that. Like that like pieces of her are Bella.
Which like makes that you
write what you know.
self-insert is a very normal thing for an author to do. It's just you do that naturally sometimes.
I was gonna say you probably do it without even thinking. Because
Yeah.
I know like even when you wrote Butcher and the Wren, you didn't set out to make yourself Wren, but like
No.
you're pretty much Wren.
But like pieces of me are there.
Big
And then I
time.
always say like pieces of what I aspire to be are Ren.
yeah, that makes sense.
But like with Bella, I think she said like that it's not her. But Bella's physical description is literally her. And then
Yeah.
I think that we read something on her own website actually that said,
Because one of the frequently asked questions is why is everybody so obsessed with Bella?
which is a very valid question.
Because it's like the way she describes her, like she's a very average looking girl, like she's pretty, but
Yeah.
you know, not like remarkable in any big way. And she moves to Forks and men are falling at her feet.
Literally every single man and boy in that place is falling over themselves for her.
It's crazy. A boy crashes his car for her. Like
Literally
it's nuts.
crashes his car.
Not really for her, almost at
but
her,
like
but
still he losing it.
he
you know?
is.
Like
And they
he's
all
losing
are.
it.
But she said that was basically modeled after an experience that she had in her life where I think she said she went to high school in Scottsdale, Arizona.
Yeah.
And then I think it was Utah that she moved to for college. Like I think it's Utah. And in college she had this experience where like all these boys became obsessed with her and
Yeah.
like it was a great experience. And she was saying like I think it's like relative to where you're at.
Yeah.
Like, you know, who falls at your feet.
Yeah, like she was like, "Oh, I just became like a 10."
She said she was humble. She said she became an 8.
She became an 8, excuse me.
I said, Stephanie,
I was like, "Damn.
be a 10, girl.
Be a 10. Be
a
the
10.
10 that you feel you are."
Yeah, she's a dime. She's a demon.
It was a very like shocking answer to the question because it's just like, why is every boy falling all over themselves for Bella? And she's like, because they
that's
do
my
it for me.
experience.
Then it's like, whoa, all right,
damn,
here
girl.
we are, I guess. Like, damn.
Go to the website, please.
Please go to the website. We're just going to go through and kind of talk about all the things that we noticed while watching it.
Yeah.
Talk about a little bit about the books. One of the first things I thought of, and I remembered it when I saw it somewhere when I was like looking around, I was like, oh my God, I forgot about this. Was that in the book? It doesn't happen in the movie, but in the book, Bella straight up passes out during their first kiss.
Yeah, I also forgot that.
She just KOs during their first kiss.
Peace out. She said that was so sick. Bye.
Bye.
Can you imagine how fucking embarrassing that would be?
Well, and also it's interesting because as like Elizabeth Gallagher points out in her book and on like TikTok and stuff, in the illustrated guide, which you can get on Amazon, it's like Stephanie Meyer's like official illustrated guide. It's her look at this whole thing. In the illustrated guide, it says that like there's this whole section that says like what are the vampires' like bodily fluids essentially.
She says venom, right?
Venom-based fluids.
Facts.
She doesn't go deeply into what these venom-based fluids are, but they are every fluid in the vampire's body. In their stomach, in their mouth, their saliva is venom-based. Their eyes are lubricated with venom-based fluid, but they don't cry tears.
What? They cry
But it's
venom.
just to allow their eyes to like move around.
Okay.
And then like between their cells is venom-based fluids. It's everything.
Just venom everywhere.
Not even blood. When they drink blood, they just absorb it into their body. Everything
Okay.
else is venom.
Okay.
So their saliva is venom. So they also don't have fangs. like like regular fangs. Their teeth are just sharp. Like the edges are just really sharp.
Wait, why don't I remember that?
Yeah.
They don't have fangs.
They don't have fangs.
I did see one, like a few people say, like when we were looking at TikToks, that she didn't write vampire, she wrote fae.
Honestly, valid.
Because these aren't like traditional
Because she
vampires.
created her own like monster.
Yeah.
like, quote unquote.
Right.
Because their teeth are indestructible and just really sharp.
What I would fucking
I know
give.
what all of us would
What I
do.
would give for indestructible
Right?
teeth.
But the thing is, when Bella and Edward kiss for the first time, and when they kiss in the future after that, it has to be closed mouths.
Yeah.
Because if she opens her mouth, saliva comes in, that's venom based, that would turn her into a vampire.
Right.
Because that's how, like, you give the venom, like, they have to, like, take it. So when she passes out after that first kiss, it's from a tight-lipped, closed-mouth kiss.
So is she just really fucking excited?
Girlfriend,
Was she just super
like,
nerviosa
damn.
before?
it's just wild.
Yeah.
That because you really have to think about that they're just furiously mashing their mouths together.
That's deeply upsetting. It's like a 7th grade.
Like that is
makeout.
something to really think about.
It's actually not something to like super think about.
I want you to think about it so hard.
I don't I don't subscribe to that.
Another thing off of that is that they're supposedly like made like they're like stone,
Yeah.
like porcelain.
Yeah. Yeah, I know where you're going.
You know where I'm going.
I gotta hide for this one. I'm going to my
So-
sweatshirt.
Edward does all the things. If you will
He has so
notice.
many hobbies.
He has so many hobbies. Like he can play the piano. He knows languages. He can paint.
reads a lot.
Can read. He can all of this shit. Like he just he's real good.
Studious boy.
And the way he got so good at that,
No.
because at one point, and it's later, it's in one of the later books and one of the later movies, after they fuck.
After they fuck.
After they
So it's gotta
fuck.
be Breaking Dawn then.
Yeah.
When they break the bed.
Bella, exactly. Bella is like, hey, how are we ever going to stop fucking, though? Like, and then she was like, you know, your family seems so normal. Like, how do they do it?
I think aren't they having that conversation like while they're still fucking? Technically.
While they're still connected? Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That's how Sarah put it.
he basically is like, you haven't seen them at night. And he's like, why do you think I'm so good at so many things? Yeah. And when you really, like Sarah pointed this out, she was like, just to be clear, that means that they're just fucking all the time. Mm-hmm. And remember, they're made of like stone porcelain. She
literally grabs
took
two bowls.
two porcelain bowls and just clinks them together.
It's so upsetting.
And then points out that, remember, he
No.
can read everyone's thoughts.
No.
So he can hear what they're thinking during
Why wouldn't
this.
you just leave? I would like go fly abouts the trees.
Go fly about
Because one thing about Edward is he is the tree miser.
Truly.
He is
fly.
sitting in trees. He is one with the trees. He is trees.
Fly about the trees,
Get out of there,
my child.
Like
because-
don't learn the. I mean, it's cool that you learned skills while everybody was fucking, but like go to the library and learn them.
Just do something else.
Oh,
Like, what the fuck?
get out of there.
And it's like your weird siblings, but they're like not your siblings.
No, okay.
They're
Can
all
we
just
talk about
fucking-
that a little bit?
Yeah,
Because
we
it
sure
is
can.
fucking weird. And that's pretty much like the very beginning of the movie. Like Jessica is explaining to I almost just said Kristen Stewart to Bella that Dr. Carlisle like adopted all of these kids
Yeah.
and then they all paired up. I'm like,
Yeah.
if someone told me in high school that all these foster brother and sisters just fucked each other in their foster dad's house, I'd be like, I feel like somebody should get called about this.
Somebody should call someone.
Like that's they're all just coupled up. He's running
Yeah.
a brothel
He
essentially.
essentially is.
Hello?
And what's crazier is he, like, when you go into that illustrated guide,
Yeah.
there's I'm begging you.
I need to
go
get
into
that.
it,
I
guys.
will.
Go into it. Because she describes that, like, first of all, Esme met Carlisle, Esme the mom,
Yeah.
quote unquote, met Carlisle when she was a child
Oh.
and was like really sick or something, and he was the doctor that was called to take care of her, and she became infatuated with him. And so later, when he comes and like turns her, they get together romantically.
That's fucked up.
He knew her as a child.
Yeah, that's fucked.
And she was
up.
obsessed with him as a child. Remember, this is not me making this up. This is in Stephanie Meyer's illustrated guide in which she willingly handed us the backstories of these vampires.
That is beyond
Yes.
fizzity fucked.
So there's that.
There's always that.
There's
Ew,
that.
what the hell?
And then there is Rosalie, or so there's Edward. So he changed Edward.
Yeah.
Edward was like 17.
Okay, wait, can I interrupt you there?
Sure
Big
can.
fucking problem already with that, because they say, I don't remember if they say it in the books, they probably do, but they say in the movie that Jasper is like the youngest member of the family, and that's why he's so bloodthirsty. That's just simply incorrect, because for everybody who forgot, Jasper's a fucking Confederate soldier.
Oh, we're gonna get into that. Don't worry.
And Edward got turned during the Spanish influenza, which was after the Confederate war.
So that is explained a little bit.
Is it?
He's not the youngest. He's the most. He's having trouble still with the whole vegetarian thing. He has been a vegetarian.
Yeah, like a vampire vegetarian. Like they only have animal blood.
He's been doing that with this family for 50 plus years by the time we see him.
Yeah.
And he still just like is having trouble dealing with it because his whole backstory, which let's get, you know what?
Fucked up.
Before I get to Jasper's backstory, let me get to Edward. So
I know,
Edward,
sorry, I interrupted you.
Edward is turned and he's, kind of Carlisle sees himself in Edward, essentially.
Yeah.
And Carlisle's only supposed to be 23, by the way.
He's
23 when he was turned.
That's not true.
23.
Shut up.
So he kind of sees this, like, Edward, he sees, like, they bond really, like, a lot.
Also, I'm sorry, this fucking 23-year-old foster dad with
Yeah.
a bunch of 17-year-old kids fucking paired off and fucking
Exactly.
in his
Like,
house.
what's going on?
Like, so many authorities would
So
be
many.
an FBI raid at this foster
So
home.
many.
Like, but continue, please.
He wants to find him, like, a partner. Because he's like,
That's
I want you
kind.
to have someone you love. Because I guess the whole idea is that
Do they, like, mate for eternity?
they mate. Like, they have a mate. And
Okay.
also, if you're, like, a vegetarian vampire, essentially, you are more likely to form bonds because you are not, like, tainted by killing someone.
That's kind of funny.
Like,
'cause
there's more
that's
humanity.
What's also, like, touched upon in the last episode of True Blood that we covered.
Yeah. Which we'll get
So
to
that's
that
just
as well.
kind of like vampire
Yeah.
lore.
And so he wants him to find somebody. So he turns Rosalie initially
For Edward.
because he's like, oh, she's for Edward,
I
but
think
they
I
end up
remember
not
that.
like digging each other. They just
Yup.
like each other as like brother and sister.
Oh my god, you're like unlocking my
Right?
memories.
I hyperfixated on this, so we're
No,
really
I love
getting
it.
into
I love your hyperfixations.
But and he changed like Rosalie's story is that whole like she was the prettiest girl in all of New
I'm
York
sorry.
City or whatever.
Rosalie's backstory fucking wins.
It's pretty great.
It's the best.
It's horrifying.
like
too,
what
because
her vengeance.
she gets like paired off with like this wealthy banker's son.
Is it Royce?
Royce. And he and his friends one night when she's coming home from her friend's house literally assault and rape her and leave her for dead on the street.
Yeah.
And so she comes back and is like, so
'Cause
Carlisle
Carlisle
saves
changes
her.
her.
And then she comes back and literally kills them all, like tortures them all, and then shows up
Slowly.
to Royce wearing a wedding dress.
Last.
And it's in the movie, which we don't see it in the first movie, so I won't go too far into it because I'm trying to stay with
I think
Twilight.
it's an eclipse.
It's iconic. If
Yeah,
we
we'll
can
get to
that.
it.
But so there's that, and then there's Alice and Jasper. Alice was in like an institution because she had seen visions already, and they thought she was crazy.
Yup.
So she ends up becoming a vampire because one of the people in the institution changed her. And then Jasper. Let's get into Jasper.
Honey.
So also Rosalie's name was originally going to be Carol.
Listen, there's nothing wrong with the name Carol. Like, that's a
just
beautiful
doesn't.
name, but Carol Cullen. Hi, I'm Carol. I'm Carol Cullen.
And then Jasper was originally Ronald.
I don't even hate that. Ronald and Alice is kind of cute.
But he's Jasper now. And
I'm not past Carol yet. You didn't give me enough time with that.
give you that.
Rosalie's name was going to just be Carol. Okay.
from Carol to Rosalie. Like Rosalie, like both beautiful names. Very different names.
Vastly different. Carol.
Like imagine. I don't get it. I don't get it.
I don't know why that's so
don't get
funny,
a lot
but
of
it is.
But let's get into fucking Jasper for a moment.
Yeah.
Should we?
Everybody's waiting with bated breath.
Everybody take a motherfucking seat.
Everyone's at the edge of their seat.
Jasper's defining quality is that he's a very proud Confederate soldier.
Like, and that's not funny.
No, it's just that she did this with her whole chest.
And is it
Like-
one of the things too that you, where did you read
Oh,
it?
I have
that,
so much.
Okay, go.
Oh, that, yes.
Go,
one
girl,
of the,
go
I know
bestie.
exactly what you're talking about.
But they can't change.
So so she is Stephanie Meyer is very open about the fact that she does not like research. That becomes abundantly clear because also Carlisle's backstory is that he was just chilling around in the sewers of London in 16 something.
Yeah.
Sewers were not invented or created in London. So like there wasn't even, which like mistakes can be made. Okay.
But wouldn't that be found in like copy editing?
That's the thing. I'm like, that's a pretty big one.
That's
And if
hundreds
that
of
was
years.
the only egregious, like, okay, shit happens, like you missed one thing.
People would let it go.
That's fine, but there's a lot of things. But she's very open. She says, I don't like research. I don't like to do a lot of research for it because she's creating a fantasy world and this is her world and she's going to make it, which like more power to you.
Yeah.
But she says, and this is a quote, the only time I really did any research on vampires was when the character Bella did research on vampires because I was creating my own world. I didn't want to find out just how many rules I was breaking. Get that. Totally get that.
Yeah.
But one thing she did do research for is Jasper's name. And for Jasper's name, when she was like, Ronald isn't working for me, she said she searched roll calls for the Confederate Army in Texas and found Jasper. So that's the one she rooted in reality was that Confederate soldier's name, which is not great.
And before everybody comes to us and like gets really angry at us and says, you know, like not all Confederate soldiers were racist.
Oh, I have an answer for you for that.
Go ahead.
Don't worry.
Go ahead, girl.
Because yeah, totally, absolutely, sure.
True.
Why not live in that? But Jasper really fucking wanted to be a Confederate soldier.
Jasper sought this experience
Here's
out.
what he did. He very much sought this experience.
Jasper
out.
worked with a travel advisor for the Confederate War.
So you're talking about the people that are fighting for the Confederacy that were forced into it.
Yes.
Like forced into it at a young age, like didn't want to be part of it.
Like just happened to
Just
live
like-
there and
like
had
whatever.
to fight for that side.
Which like, what the fuck? But Jasper literally lied about his age to become a Confederate soldier and said he was so fucking excited about it.
He's jazzed.
He talks about he is the youngest captain in the Texas Cavalry all the time. He was rising the rank, like he was Confederate soldiering to the highest order.
And like I think in Eclipse he really starts because they have to like fight the army, and we'll get there when we cover it.
He
But
gets real.
so into it, and he like heads part of the training, and it's
Yeah.
like you have a Confederate soldier training you.
Yep.
That's an issue.
And what makes, here's more added onto it. So there's that. He talks about it all the time. Like that's his thing. He's very, not in the first movie. You don't hear about it in the first movie or like it comes later. But just to know his character going forward. Again, he's been drinking animal blood for like 50 plus years, but he's still feral as fuck. And it's because he was like a fucking monster when he was and he like killed a lot of people. And then when he got turned into a vampire, whoever turned him, I think it's like somebody, Maria maybe, turned him.
Oh yeah,
She used him to like hunt newborn vampires.
Yep.
And after they couldn't use them anymore, he had to kill them. So he was just killing.
Reckless.
Like killing for like almost the entire time he was alive.
Essentially, he's a psychopath.
So 50 plus years of drinking animal blood, he's still not, it hasn't busted out that killer instinct of him, which makes sense. But she did this thing where she gives some of the vampires special abilities. Only some of them. So some of them don't have them. Alice, she had a special ability when she was a human. She was like kind of psychic. She could see things happen.
so it like translated.
Edward, he can read minds. But like Rosalie doesn't have one. Like a few of the other ones don't have one.
Yeah.
Jasper has one. And it's that he is wildly empathetic. He can literally feel what other people are feeling. And not once does she have him say, and you know what? I think I was on the wrong side. Yeah. Not one. He can literally feel what someone else is feeling.
He's
And he
crazy.
still has not come to the conclusion that maybe it wasn't that sick that he was a Confederate soldier.
Yeah.
That's just crazy.
They're really just like low-key trying to conform him to like good vampire side, but he was born to be
bad
a
vampire
terrible
side.
murderer vampire.
And it's just weird to like, because like you could have had him fight for the Union. It's the same time period. Like if you really wanted to do that, or you didn't even have to involve that. You didn't have to be a soldier.
Yeah.
And also it's like, or if you want to make him a redeemable character, then have him come say verbalize, because also in the illustrated guide, again, go look at it. In the illustrated guide, she says that he has like, because they all have like 1 million degrees because they've been around for like 100 years.
Yeah.
He has degrees in philosophy and history. And not once has he said out loud, I think I fucked up. I think I was on the wrong side.
Imagine having to take a course learning about that time period
And still
knowing
not
that
come
you
to
were
that
on the wrong
conclusion.
side.
But he doesn't.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's like, and why didn't you make him a redeemable character of him being like, wow, I was educated and I learned that like I have a lot of making up to do because I was on the wrong side of history.
Wouldn't that like kind of poke a hole in her own lore though? Because you were saying when we were talking about it the other day that part of it is that they don't change.
And that's where her lore kind of
Like fucks itself.
That's why revealing too much of the lore kind of backed her into a corner a few times, because it's like the whole thing is they get frozen when they get turned. Frozen in their likes and their dislikes, all that. But they can still be educated.
Yeah.
And you can still, I think, like form a different opinion from being educated.
But frozen in their likes and dislikes.
Well, and that's the
really
problem.
fucking hits here.
And it really fucked this whole thing because it's like he can't be educated.
Yeah.
But technically he should be able to be educated.
Yeah, it's
it just doesn't
make a lot of sense.
But yeah, it's really Jasper is a real fucking problem.
He really is.
And then like Alice is just like took you long enough for me to like I've been waiting for you, and it's like you were just waiting around for your Confederate soldier, Alice.
Yeah,
you're supposed to be our pixie girl.
It doesn't really
what's going on
jive.
There? There's a lot. The illustrated guide will really open eyes to a lot of things.
I'm so excited to get it.
And that's where we come into the whole like pigment being leached out of your skin when you turn into a vampire. Because that's in the illustrated guide. It's part of the whole like it's under like pallor, I think is the section, like the pallor.
Why would you need that to be a thing?
Yeah, that's the thing. And it says despite your ethnicity, you will become white.
That's really, really, really bad.
And it's like
that's
part
abhorrent.
of the whole thing too is you become the most beautiful creature.
I'm gonna go ahead and need you to leave that silence in.
Leave it in. Also, freckles, tattoos, beauty marks, they all disappear.
I would be so fucking pissed.
Which as soon as I saw freckles disappear, I was like, oh, is it not beautiful?
Freckles disappear? Rude. Fuck? And also, all my fucking tattoos. Do you know how much money I've spent?
I would be
curating this.
I would be so mad.
I would go out and get them again.
Well, also, I'm like, come on, vampires have to have tattoos.
Yeah,
Are you kidding me?
Sexy as hell.
Like, let's go, girls.
And vampires do have tattoos because James has one.
Yeah.
On his hip bone. So lore ruined. Because I think they spent so much of their CGI budget on Edward flying.
Absolutely.
And like I think that's actual
literally.
fact that they couldn't then remove the tattoo because it was like gonna take too much. Yeah. This part of the show is brought to you by Anua, the Korean skincare brand known for scientific, gentle, yet effective formulations. The latest from Anua is the Retinol Collagen Gua Sha Cream, a firming cream with a gua sha-shaped tip built right in. Have you guys heard of gua sha? It's that viral massage tool that moves fluid and tension out of your face. Less puffiness, a snatched jawline, honey, more definition in your face. Retinol firms and reduces fine lines, and collagen keeps your skin plump and structured. This cream has both of those things, arguably the most optimal combo for that snatched, lifted look all in one step. I am obsessed with the Gua Sha cream. First of all, it feels so cool to the touch when you put that on your face. It's just like, this is lovely. It's like a little spa treatment that you can give yourself. I like to do mine at night after I get out of the shower. I rub the cream on my face with the little gua sha. I'm sculpting that jawline, honey. I got it on the cheekbones.
And actually, I had a facial the other day, and the lady doing my facial, the professional, she said, "Do you use a gua sha at home?" And I said, "I do." And I said, "How did you know that?" And she said, "I didn't have those little like bumps in my chin or like different areas like that." So she could tell that I was using the gua sha. And I said, "Oh my God." I just feel like I wake up less puffy in the morning when I do it the night before. But you can do it whenever you want to. I, 10 out of 10, recommend this product. The Anua Gua Sha Cream Value Set is available at anua.com, already discounted. Use code MORBID for an extra 10% off. That's ANUA.com, code MORBID. This is a paid ad by BetterHelp. I happen to be somebody that struggles with people pleasing. So a lot of times I will build things up and up and up and up and up and then kind of get to the point where I'm like, I need to let this out to this person. Even in 2026, that stigma and just stigma in general can get in the way of a lot of things, like getting support for your mental health. Maybe you've encouraged friends to consider therapy while avoiding taking that first step yourself because you're busy. You're worried about what other people might think, or telling yourself that you should handle this all alone. But therapy with BetterHelp, the world's largest online therapy platform, can be a space to slow down and talk through what's been building before it feels unmanageable. Just take a short questionnaire to identify your needs and preferences, and BetterHelp will handle the initial therapist matching work for you. Their industry-leading match rate means BetterHelp typically gets it right the first time. Feel confident knowing BetterHelp therapists work according to a strict code of conduct and are fully qualified. Don't let hesitation hold you back. Find support with BetterHelp. Sign up and get 10% off at betterhelp.com/morbid. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/morbid. Every good detective needs a partner to support them on important cases. Think of a State Farm agent like your sidekick, there to help you along the way in your search for coverage. State Farm can help you choose the coverage you need, whether it's for your home, car, boat, or even RV. With so many options, it's nice knowing you have help finding what fits for you so you can get back to solving all of life's bigger cases. Go to statefarm.com or use the award-winning app to connect with a local agent and get a quote. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Well, and you might be sitting here saying, well, in the movies, Laurent.
Yeah.
Not
One of the
only
best fucking vampires.
played by Eddie Gathegi. And he's fucking phenomenal in that.
Fine.
And he is stunning.
Stunning.
I mean, stunning.
Stunning.
Like, truly, that man, when he shows up on the scene, you just go, yeah. Like, he's one of those. So, like,
You say, that's a French-ass name.
I said, that's a French-ass name right there. And that's the thing. So, missed opportunity, first of all, because it's like, look at that man.
Yeah, you could have done that many times.
We could have had a few more of those
vampire
in there.
diversity.
Yeah, it would have been. And Catherine Hardwicke, the director, actually wanted a lot more diversity in the cast, but got pushback from Stephanie Meyer because she said, I created this world. This is how I see my vampires. This is how I've created the lore.
This is how I whitewashed them.
And finally agreed that Laurent could be darker skinned, but only because he's described, because she also says that if you have like olive skin, then you'll still go white, but you'll be maybe a little darker.
I think we just didn't really need to touch on that.
And so I think
stuff.
Laurent is described as having like a little more olive skin, so she agreed to let him be a black man.
And of course, yeah.
Yeah,
There's too many implications with that.
It's a lot.
There's too many implications.
But all I have to
with
say is that Eddie Gathegi is one of the best parts of that movie.
Yup.
I think he's phenomenal.
Yup.
And I think he is gorgeous.
And the second movie too. He's like a huge part of that
beautiful.
one too. Yeah.
And he's so good. He's so likable. I just think missed opportunities abound there.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's all in the illustrated guide. But like just going back to like the actual movie, because we sat down and watched it and went through.
Yeah, should we go through like all of our thoughts?
We'll
on
just
the movie?
go through our thoughts. The book was originally named Forks.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
But,
I understand that Forks, Washington.
But like,
hold on, I said Washington, so dumb. Forks, Washington.
oh, Forks, Washington. But to name it Forks would have been diabolical.
What's the sequel, Steph? Spoon.
Sporks.
Just
is
one
the third.
spoon.
Once they get Renesmee, it's Sporks because it's like a combo of the two.
Yikes. Ew.
Yeah, it's a wild one. One thing about the movie that was a real moment for me, and I still get it, but when it was happening, it used to happen all the time, is the vampires, the eye color
Yeah.
used to happen all the time, that people would be like, oh, you have
Cullen
Cullen
contacts.
eyes, or like, are you wearing Cullen contacts? And I was like, no, that's just my eyes.
No,
Apparently
fuck
I'm
off.
just a vampire.
I think you
I'm
are.
Stephanie Meyer's vampire, apparently. But contact lenses would actually dissolve in their eyes
Because venom.
because venom.
So they just, their
So they
eyes
couldn't.
get gold.
So even if, because like apparently it's like if a vampire drinks animal blood, then they get golden eyes.
Oh, okay.
If they've just recently fed and had animal blood, they have golden eyes. If they've just recently fed off human blood and are satiated, they have
red eyes.
bright red eyes.
Which is why when they meet Laurentias,
They're all
and like all the
bright
other
red.
vampires, they have super red eyes.
And so they said
That's
like
fun.
if they were trying to hide the red eyes, they could do so with contacts, but they would dissolve in their eyes eventually, like after a
So-
few hours.
So they can't.
You could get a
really-
few hours out of it, but it would dissolve.
Okay.
So that's interesting.
That's in the illustrated guide.
That's in the illustrated guide.
Like, how did I know?
How did you know? But the vibe of the movies,
Are the best.
they're just good. The
There's-
vibes.
It's like honestly the color palette.
Yeah.
You've really taken me to a place of color palette.
See?
It's so cozy with like the greens and the rain.
and it's got a blue tint to things.
And one thing about all of these movies, I'm pretty sure
Soundtrack.
the soundtrack is, especially for the first one and the second one,
Slaps.
such banger after banger.
that when it first starts, when the full moon turns white, that's when I'll come home. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
And then when they're driving into Forks, there's so many movie spoofs that we have to talk about.
Oh yeah.
When that big logging truck passes by,
oh my god, and there's no one
no
driving
one's
it.
driving it. No one's driving the truck. How did that even happen? How did that even occur? They're pulling
like an
into Forks.
18-wheeler.
Like, I'm like, what?
It's an 18-wheeler that no one is driving.
I'm like, did you guys like CGI him out of there somehow?
who's driving that?
Please tell me what happened.
What's going on? Also, this is the movie where we get the
I think that's like right before Bella gets hit by the car.
Oh, and
right?
it's
or almost.
perfect when it goes doom, 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 doom. I'm like, like it just gets you.
Oh, I love it so much.
There is something with that. I also,
Supermassive
again,
black hole.
on my hatch alarm every morning, doom, 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 and then it starts and it, great way to wake
I
up.
gotta get one.
I'll tell you, it's a really great way to wake up. But yeah, soundtracks, like you said, Supermassive Black Hole.
Oh,
I mean, the Spotlight song when they find
Spotlight is on. We're about to get sued by like 15 different bands.
No, we love you. Okay,
yeah,
So
we're
don't
singing
sue
your
us.
praises, literally.
But it's so good, and I think she did a good job of stylizing it,
Yeah,
because the books are very like the books have that have way more repression, it feels like, weaved within,
yeah.
and the movie kind of
Let's
makes
go
it a
of
little
that.
more like they're dressed better.
Yeah.
And like for the most part, and it just all feels a little more like I can go along with this.
It's
kind
so
of thing.
funny watching it now though, because I remember like when I watched it when I was like 12 or 13, I was like, I need to start dressing like Bella and wear headbands in my hair like Bella does, and I need to be Bella because boys will love me.
Yeah.
Bella dresses like shit. Bella dresses like shit. I watched it when we watched it recently. I was like, what the fuck is
Yeah.
she wearing in every scene?
She's wearing like bowling shirts over. There's a lot.
It's
going on.
horrible.
A couple of her shirts, I was like, okay, I would have probably worn that.
There wasn't one shirt that I was okay
there was a
with.
couple that I was like, I feel like I would wear that.
That's crazy.
Unfortunately. Her hair,
Unfortunately, she says she has great hair.
great hair.
Great hair.
I remember being like, that's how I pictured Bella's hair.
Not in the. I can't remember if it's. I think it's the third movie. Kristen Stewart had just done. The rocking.
Oh,
the rockin'.
the Jet, Joan
Jett.
Joan Jett.
Yeah, she had just done that, so she had to cut her hair.
Yeah.
Like obviously in Joan Jett's hairstyle. So she has one of the worst wigs of all time in that movie.
There's some egregious wigs.
There are some egregious wigs.
Yeah, like there's some Rosalie's wigs.
Rosalie's wig she had to wear because they fucked
After
her
the
hair up
first
so
movie.
bad after the first movie. Which if you look at her hair in the first movie, she has beautiful hair, but it's fried.
Yeah, you can tell. And we'll
Yeah.
get to that when we do the other movies.
Yeah, we will.
But yeah, I thought the outfits, they're very of the time.
Yeah.
I remember Edward. I loved his outfits.
He has
I
great
thought he
style.
looked great.
His peacoats.
Loved
Honey.
his peacoats.
Honey.
Loved it. I especially love. I think when we were watching it, there's a scene when Mike is like trying to ask Bella to prom, and Edward is just standing in the back. One thing I loved is what an absolute dick Edward was.
Yeah.
We've
It set us all up.
We've been here before. We you know, like this is who I am, okay?
Yeah.
And so I love that he's literally laughing in the background like this guy.
Because he can also hear Mike's
He can
thoughts
hear it.
and Bella's answers too.
And her thoughts. So he's sitting, or not her thoughts. He can't hear her thoughts.
But he can hear like
But
her
he can hear
answers
her
through
say it.
Mike's thoughts.
Yeah. And he's sitting there laughing in the background, and you know he's sitting there being like, I got a fucking peacoat.
You're
like,
gonna lose.
what, you think you're gonna prom with her? Get a
know.
peacoat. Like, get a gray peacoat, my
Poor
friend.
Mike.
Poor Mike. Let's go into, we got to talk about Mike and Jessica.
They do make Jessica the ultimate villain, especially
Justice for Jessica.
like in this movie, she definitely gets villainized. In New Moon,
Oh, yeah.
they turn her into like a twat.
And it's not fair because Bella is a
Sucks.
bitch. Like, she's a bitch.
She's
when
not
she
nice
goes
to
into school.
anyone.
Everyone is being nice to her. People are trying to be like, Jessica is one of the first people to talk to her and welcome her here and like talk. And it's like, she's like villain, and Bella gives no one the time of day and acts like she's annoyed that anyone's being nice to her. I don't know why they all keep trying. And then the thing with Jessica is it's like, Jessica's a teenage girl.
Yeah.
She immediately befriended Bella, tried to integrate her in. And then she gets jealous that the guy she likes is obsessed with Bella the second she meets her. That's just normal shit.
Yeah, that's
I too
normal
would be
teenage
pretty
shit.
pissed if the guy I was like crushing on was obsessed with the new girl.
And I think that she said something like they've all known each other since like kindergarten.
Yeah, so it's like that sucks.
Yeah.
And it's like, and they make her such a villain.
They do.
And it's like, she's not.
No.
She's like, and she even asked Bella at one point if it's okay that she goes to the dance with Mike.
Yeah.
And what the fuck does she have to do that for?
Yeah, she's
You've been
just
around
being nice.
forever. You don't have to ask her, but she does. Just to make sure there's no like weirdness. I'm like, they villainized her. It's not cool.
And they also try to make Bella like more likable by her being like, "Oh, you should ask Jessica."
Yeah.
But it's like it makes Jessica look like silly.
Well, they make, and I mean, it's how Bella is also written. She's like that girl. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not like other girls.
Yeah, I'm
you
not
know,
gonna
like
go to
that
the
girl. And
prom.
it's like,
I'm gonna
that's
wear
not-
leggings under my dress.
Oh my God. We're going to get to that. We're going to get to that. But I think Anna Kendrick is the perfect Jessica.
She really is.
She killed it.
As soon as you see her, you
Yeah.
say Jessica
Yeah. Jessica.
in the movie.
Yep. And I think Mike is a great cast. And
Yeah.
I think Mike is super endearing.
Yeah.
And just kind of like, he's a teenage boy.
You can honestly, the whole friend group I feel like is very like believable.
Yeah.
like Angela,
Yep.
Mike.
They're all really well done, I think. Like,
Yeah.
they're likable.
They're super
You know,
likable,
like-
and they're like I don't know, they're just sweet. They're like throwing
They're
Twizzlers
normal.
at her and shit. They eat so many Twizzlers in this
They
movie.
eat so many Twizzlers.
It's just brought to you by Twizzlers.
I will say, it really was. I will say, I don't like that they have everyone like falling all over themselves about Bella. Like, that's very unrealistic and also like kind of weird and gross because
yeah.
at one point, like while she's sitting at the table, Tyler runs up behind her and is like, "My girl," and kisses her on the cheek.
Yeah.
And
Is
I was
that
like,
Tyler or is that Eric?
That's Tyler. And Eric is sitting next to her because he had said something like Bella's my girl.
Yeah.
Like, basically. And I was like, what's happening? Like,
Yes.
what is, and you can tell Jessica literally is like, oh my God.
I know the way she said
Like, I
it.
forget what she says. She's like, you're the new shiny toy. Like, but she's like, oh my God.
Yeah, she's like, this is disgusting.
Like, you can tell she's like, what the fuck is going on?
And also the way he kisses her at lunch, I said, inappropriate.
Inappropriate.
And also, they're so mean to like the boys are so mean to Jessica and Angela.
Oh my God. Eric, like, shits all over Angela.
yeah. And I'm like,
the feature
why
is dead. Don't bring it up again. And then just leaves. And she's like, damn.
do you guys just not want to
Like,
be
what's
treated
going
nicely?
on here? Like, what the fuck? But this is also where we get the Cullen entrance.
They are 32-year-olds walking into this cafeteria.
They're all wearing white.
And most importantly,
Emmett is carrying a bag full of at least a dozen hard-boiled eggs.
and I have never noticed it, but we all got into a discussion the other day when we were talking about like the weird spoofs in this movie, and Alaina was like, the eggs. I was like, the eggs?
The eggs.
I never saw that before. You'll never unsee it.
You'll never unsee it.
And fun fact, that was just Kellen Lutz's lunch. Who plays Emmett.
Yeah, you know? You just gotta eat some eggs. I love a hard-boiled egg, so I'm not one to
I love a hard-boiled
scoff
egg.
at a hard-boiled
I
egg.
could not eat 12
I would
in a
die.
sitting, but he's
eat
like
two.
he's a big guy.
I can eat one and then I'm like, damn.
Yeah, honestly.
But and I like that my one with some soy sauce or some hot sauce. You know, I just can't do that to the face.
You can't just raw dog
I can't
eggs.
raw dog a hard-boiled egg like that.
As you should not.
But their entrances are just wild because it's like Alice gets like Jasper the Confederate soldier just twirls Alice.
Yeah, they just run way into this cafeteria like it's
And you're just
nothing.
like, what? And that's when we see Edward for the first time, of course. And this is where I had my initial disappointment.
I can't believe you
I felt it
experienced
again.
disappointment in this moment. I think this was my sexual awakening.
And that's, I say, it was not because I thought Robert Pattinson was not attractive
No.
or ugly or
What did
whatever.
you picture? Do you remember?
I think I just pictured, like, I'm trying to think of exactly what I pictured in my head. I probably pictured more of, I'm trying to think of, I don't know. I think he was like not, I don't know what
You don't
I'm
know?
trying to think in my head. I'm trying to like picture it.
Sometimes it's hard to describe the picture that you have in your head.
Well, and I'm
of
trying to
somebody.
think of anybody who fits that picture. I think Hayden Christensen was one of the ones that was going to be cast.
Yeah,
or,
like
or
you-
it was in talks, I think, or like fans wanted him to. Be
Yeah,
cast.
yeah.
And I was very much a Hayden Christensen girly when I was younger. I loved him.
Very, very good looking man.
And I think he's more along the lines of what I pictured, but I don't even think he is the thing I picture. I think he's just a little closer to what I pictured.
Okay.
I think I pictured him like very ethereal looking. And I think it's hard for a human being to fit
Look
into
so
it.
ethereal. I see what you're saying.
Like it's a difficult one to cast, I think.
Yeah. I think he is like the perfect Robert.
Well, and I think
the perfect Robert. The perfect
Robert.
Edward. I mean,
He was the perfect Robert as well. Like he really was.
he's like, don't say that.
But he totally started fitting it for
Yeah,
me. And I think I saw like his interviews and shit. I just ended up loving him. Like I thought he was awesome. So I was very into it then. But we get that weird like staring thing that he does.
And when he walks by, he laughs because he can hear Jessica being like,
oh yeah.
I think she says like, you know, like he would just, I guess none of us are good enough for him.
Yeah,
like every
like-
girl in school wants to date him, but we're not good enough for him.
Yeah.
And he laughs when he
He's
walks
like,
by.
yeah, I can hear that.
Yeah.
And then we go into the biology class where we get one of the cringiest scenes that I have ever seen committed to film.
I literally wrote down, I would not survive this interaction
No.
with Edward. I would jump out of the science lab window and I would board the next flight to Arizona.
I literally said this would send me packing
She walks into science class or biology class.
in front of a fan.
In front of the fan. It wafts on over to Edward and he acts like she smells like hot garbage liquefied.
He does this body roll of
He
revulsion.
retches.
He has a full retch.
He retches.
and he literally like slides something over to her with his knuckle. Like he won't even touch it with his face. He's just like, get the fuck away
And he's
from me.
literally like holding his face away from her.
But also staring at her as she's looking straight ahead and she's like, oh my God. He's just like staring at her.
like she's like the most putrid thing
I
to ever
would
live.
not survive this. And also, what the fuck, Bella? Because halfway through that class, I would have been like, can I fucking help you? Like, how are you not turning to that boy and being like, what the fuck's your problem? Like, I confront him.
Yeah.
Because it's not like he's like actively trying to get away from her. He is, but he's also staring at her.
He's like
Diabolically.
studying her like a monkey.
And he's just staring.
Yeah. Like, how dare
I would
she?
literally turn around and just like stick my finger in my nose and be like, what? Like, what? Like, Bella needed to get a little more assertive with that shit.
Yeah. Well, Bella's so baby girl coded.
She is so baby girl
Bella's
coded.
just baby girl.
But at the same time, he's not safe with her at some point. At some point, she gets so aggressive that I was like, you should leave.
It took me a minute to like process what you were
Yeah.
saying.
Like, she gets really aggressive at one
At the
point.
end of the movie, we'll get
Yeah.
to.
But That interaction just fucked me up.
And then when they go into like the administrative office after.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, okay, fine, I guess I'll just endure it.
I guess I'll have to endure it.
Like, because he wants to switch
then he
classes.
just like flies by her, and she had come into the office and then just leaves.
Yeah,
so
I don't know
why
what
were
she
you
was
in
gonna
there?
do.
And she does that like lip sucking thing that she does. Here's the thing:
she do be making some
Kristen
weird faces.
Stewart is a great actress. She's a great actress. What the fuck was she doing in this movie?
Lots of faces.
She doesn't do that face all the time. Like it's her doing the like.
I wish
Like sucking in
Hold
her
on.
lip.
And I said I wish you could see that, and in fact, you must see that. So I will video it for you
Hold on.
right now.
'Cause she
Live
does-
videoing.
All right, am I doing it?
Yeah, go, girl. And
Then
we'll
she
be
leaves.
and we'll be posting that.
That's it. She literally like does that weird like, I'm just gonna eat my lip. I'm gonna eat my lip. I'm gonna eat my lip. I'm not gonna eat my lip. And then she just leaves, and you're like,
I'm not gonna eat my final decision.
I'm not gonna eat my lip.
Okay, wait. So like that happens. Edward doesn't come to school for a few days. In the interim, she goes to the diner with her dad.
Pause. Charlie.
Yeah, everybody pause for Zaddy Charlie.
Charlie.
Worst father, not of the year, but like one of the worst dad. Not a
In
good
the
dad.
book. In the book, he's far worse than he is in the movie. In the movie, you at least get the sense that he cares. He's just awkward.
Yeah, he cares that he's awkward, but like later on, he also just lets her leave his home.
He sure does.
And like he's a police
sure
officer.
does.
He's like the police officer, in fact. Like
he's the chief.
yeah,
actually.
we'll get there. But he's
the
but he's
police
hot,
officer.
so we'll take it.
He is so hot.
Yeah, watching Twilight as an adult is realizing that you're not Team Edward or Jacob. You are
You're
Team
Team
Charlie
Charlie.
Swan or Bust.
Like that's totally. And I need to be clear with who Stephanie Meyer wanted to cast as Charlie.
You better be.
John C. Reilly. And here's the thing.
Hello?
I love John C. Reilly.
Who doesn't?
I think he's hilarious.
Imagine if he was
Him as
Chief
Charlie?
Swan.
If he was Chief
Charlie
Swan,
Swan.
we get Billy Burke. And I am for Billy Burke in this movie. Billy Burke is A+ behavior in this movie.
Absolutely.
Like A+. I don't even care what he does.
And there's like a familial resemblance between him and Bella, for sure.
He looks like the age fits, the familial
John
resemblance.
C. Reilly?
John C. Reilly would have been a wild choice.
It would have been, honestly, I would like him to like, can they remake the movie?
I know,
with
can
John
he
C.
read
Reilly?
some of the lines and like dress as Chief Swan and just like give us that?
I'm gonna need one of the late night hosts to have him on and make him read those lines.
I'm gonna need that. Like, I'm gonna need that.
Although his lines are pretty basic.
They are. That's true. But in this scene, like, aside from Charlie Swan just being super hot, there's a ketchup bottle. And Kristen Stewart, Bella, takes the ketchup bottle.
Limp wrist as
Limp wrist,
fuck.
just blops it on her plate, but nothing comes out. And then the scene is shot from a different angle.
And it's a
there's ketchup on
squeeze
the plate.
bottle.
And she just does this like shaky, shaky, and then puts it down. Nothing comes out. Nothing ever comes out of that bottle.
And it's not even one of those bottles where like you have to hit the 57 for it to come out or like the 52,
Yeah.
whatever it
Nope.
is. It's a squeeze bottle. And she's not squeezing it. She's simply
Limp wristing.
flicking it.
It's the weirdest. She does this with a few other things because later she gets a glass of water. She pours a glass of water.
No, the water might be. I
that
think
might
the
be the
water
best.
might take the ketchup right
pours
on.
a full glass of water out of the fridge, puts it back, puts the jug back.
Yeah.
Stands in front of the sink, takes one sip of water, and then just flips the water over and dumps it all out.
But
into
the
the sink.
way she flicks it is so just like
just whoop. And it's one sip, whole glass of water, one sip, flip right into the sink.
wasteful.
I was like, what the fuck was the point of that?
Also, and we'll get into it a little bit more, but just because we're talking about weird mannerisms, when Edward sits down at the table the first time we see him, he just places like two fingers on the table.
He does this weird like finger thing that he's always like just delicately touching. But
They're like
but
pageant hands.
they're like praying mantis hands.
Yeah.
Like he's just like deet 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 deet.
Yeah.
Like he barely touches surfaces or like things in front of him. It's very creepy.
I think they were all just like really uncomfortable filming this.
Yes, everybody seems very uncomfortable.
Yeah. Anna Kendrick likened it to a hostage situation. She said they were
Honestly,
all trauma bonded because it was like a hostage situation.
That makes sense.
And Emmett,
We're better for it.
what's it, Kellen Lutz, almost didn't come back for the last 2 movies, he said, because he was just standing around on set so often.
Because he doesn't have a lot to do.
That's the thing. He said he was like falling out of love with acting.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so
Damn.
I can't imagine the vibe on the set was like super
Immaculate.
awesome.
Yeah. Well, and we get like another scene, like you were just pointing out the scene at the table.
Are you
where
going to talk about the
He has the
carrot?
fingers. And Rosalie's just takes a little carrot and she's just staring at Bella. And
Like,
she's
dead eyes.
in her white outfit and her white hat. And she just takes that carrot, she places it within her lips. And then it's almost like a kazoo that she's just like, ooh. She just
Not a carrot
She
kazoo.
looks like she's treating it like a kazoo. And she just places it there, but doesn't ever take
leaves
a
it.
bite. And it's because in the illustrated guide,
No.
they don't eat food. If they have to eat food, like to
blend in.
they don't digest food. So what happens is they eat that food, it sits in a ball somewhere inside of them, and then they hack it up like a cat hacks up in a hairball later.
That's
they
the
will
most
literally
disgusting.
regurgitate it later.
That's not good.
That's not hot.
That's not hot at all. If my man is having a hairball,
And like, I'm sorry, you're making my vampires so that they're just like
Retching.
regurgitating food later.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
I don't like it either. Another thing I don't like is when she walks back into biology class and I think it's Mike goes, "How you liking the rain, girl?"
Oh my god.
When it's the most egregious.
It's such a weird
It's
line.
the most egregious greeting. He not only does
really
he
is.
scream, "How you liking the rain, girl?" at her, but he also shakes his fucking umbrella
Wet
on her.
hat on her.
I'd kill him with that umbrella.
There's so many lines. There's lines in future movies like
Bella, where the hell you been, loca?
That just send me into orbit.
I think honestly, Bella, where the hell you been, loca, is such a good line. But like, it's so good that people forget how good how you liking the rain, girl. Like, that's such a weird fucking line, but I hate it, but I love it.
There's so many lines like that near though. Like, we're gonna get to them and I will yell them loud and proud when they come. There's so many.
I will yell them loud and proud. Wait, so then after how you liking the rain, girl, Bella sits down at the table after Edward just left for days because she smelled so
Yeah.
fucking putrid. He's sitting there and he acts like everything is a-okay. And he says to her,
Hello.
he goes, "Why is he Swedish?" When he says, "Oh," she sits down and he goes, "Hello."
He sounds almost like the wandering oak in Frozen, where he's like, oh,
Summer sail.
speak summer blows.
Like, what? There's and obviously, like, Robert Pattinson is like British, right?
He sure is.
So obviously, like, his accent comes out sometimes, but this isn't even his accent. It's a Swedish accent. Hello.
Hello. It's the way he says it. And
Hello.
there's another part. I'm trying to find exactly how he says it.
Oh my god.
Because there's another moment where Robert Pattinson slips into like a weird Scottish
Oh, I wrote
accent
it down. Hold
for a
on.
minute. Oh, wait, here it is. Oh, he says, so you're worried.
So you're worried.
So you're worried. And then he just goes right into his regular accent. But full Scottish.
So you're worried.
He said, hello.
Hello. So you're worried.
I love the Swedish
It's
accent.
fucking crazy.
It's very Swedish, very Norwegian. I like it.
And then they just like have this cute interaction about like science.
But this is Bella's first moment of, he's like, so are you liking the rain? Because they've never met. They
And
don't
she's
fucking
like,
know each other.
"You're gonna fucking talk to me about the goddamn weather."
And she literally, he says that. He's
Yeah.
like, so how are you liking the rain? And she literally goes, like, lets out this like shaky, like, breath. And then she goes, you're gonna ask me about the weather? Like, it's just like, what the fuck? And I'm like,
My watch just told me this is a loud environment.
your watch is like, calm the fuck down, bitches.
We hit 90 decibels.
Damn.
30 minutes of this we're giving you guys temporary hearing
I'm
loss.
sorry for that, but it's worth it, okay? Because
Oh.
she says, she's like, she literally she's on the edge in that moment. She's on the edge, and then it's like, you're gonna talk to me about the weather? I'm like, what do you want to? That's what she's such a bitch. She wants him to talk dirty to her. Like, it's like she's like, why are you talking to me about the weather? I'm literally on the edge of glory here.
She says, I want to fuck on this here lap table.
It's so weird. The like response. I know she was trying to do her like, because it's supposed to be that she's like enamored with him right away, but it's like, you don't need to. I don't know. It was just the way it came out. I was like, that's a lot.
It's wild.
So, I think there is a moment when she's talking during this part when she talks to her friends where they're like, "Oh, are you gonna come to La Push with us?"
Yeah.
And she's like, "Am I supposed to know what that means?" And it's like, maybe you are, because that's where like your best friend growing up, Jacob, lives. La Push is like kind of his beach. So it's like, why wouldn't you know that? And it's like, also like, she's just so fucking rude.
It's the way she says things.
Should I know what that means? Yeah.
You
should,
probably.
because like you're friends with Jacob. But we get also around this part the book cover moment.
The apple. And then before that, he had saved her from the crash.
Yep.
And she meets Carlisle.
Yep. She meets the whole thing.
Palest doctor that has ever lived.
I loved Carlisle. I was
not a Carlisle girl. I was 12 when this came out, so I was not meant to be a Carlisle girl.
And I just love a light-haired,
you do,
dead-looking man.
Yeah, we'll be talking about that in True Blood later.
We will be. That's the cover of the book, and Stephanie Meyer said that it's supposed to be the illusion of like the
forbidden fruit.
The forbidden fruit, and like it is tied to the Bible with like, you have a choice. Are you going to take the apple and ruin everything, or are you going to not take the apple? And
take the apple.
Interesting. But he does when he does the little like presenting like I was like, wow.
Also, I would be like, you just kicked that up. So not only did you get germs on my apple, but you also bruised it.
Yeah, you fucking asshole.
I'm surprised she didn't say like, I can't believe you just fucking kicked my apple.
God, not to him.
You're gonna hand me that
to anyone
apple?
else, she would.
Yeah.
But when they go to La Push and they see Jacob and his friends, and they mentioned that like Bella had asked Edward if he wanted to come, but he was like, no.
This is where Jessica's a little bit of a bitch, because she's like, Bella asked Edward, but he didn't come.
But he's
not here.
But I think she's also trying to be like, hey, Mike, she invited Edward. Like, she doesn't like you. So
it's
please stop like lusting after her, because I like you. Yeah. I think it's teenage girl shit.
It is.
But
then that kid goes, the Collins don't come here.
Yes, because like Jacob and his friends come, and that's when he says, the Collins don't come here.
Period.
And Bella's like, whoa. And then they go on a walk on the beach, and she's like, so what did your friend mean when he said the Collins don't come here? And Jacob goes, you caught that, huh?
It's like the
fuck do you mean?
The kid locked eyes with her and screamed it in her face.
Of course I caught that.
I was in that
He launched it directly at me. I had no choice but to catch that.
Yeah.
Like, damn.
Yeah. I love that. And she's
hilarious.
also trying to like flirt with Jacob to get
God.
information out of him. And Bella Swan flirting is the funniest fucking shit you'll ever see in your life. Because she kind of just like leans her head a little bit closer. And it's like looks up at him, but it's menacing.
And she does this weird like head shake thing where she's like, I want to know.
I'd love.
And she just shakes her head a lot. It's almost like she thinks that the like eyelash fluttering is actually like head shaking, so she does that. Yeah. It's a lot.
It's something.
Later, well, because she finds out like there's the legend the Quileute tribe has of like they descended from wolves, and there's these like the cold ones,
the treaty,
all that stuff. So she goes on and googs. And she googs about, legends of that tribe. And one of the books that comes up is called Legends of the Slapping Beaver. I just need to point that out. It's not a real book. I looked it up.
We tried. We tried to find it.
But my God, I love that they put that in. And then she ends up going dress shopping at one point with Angela and Jessica. They invite her. Like, you're new, and we're inviting you into our shopping trip to have a girls' night. That's that doesn't happen to everyone.
No.
Like, you've been a new kid.
I was a new kid. I was lucky enough.
You were welcome.
I was
pretty
so
quick.
lucky. I gotta say, on my first day at my new high school, I made friends like the first day, and they were like, you want to come hang out tonight? And I was like, fuck yeah, I do.
But it's like, that doesn't happen for everyone.
I came home and Alaina was like, are you? I was like, do you think Ma would let me go out tonight? Like, I made friends. And Alaina goes,
what?
Are you fucking kidding me?
What do you mean you made friends already, you bitch? But yeah, that doesn't happen for
I had
everyone.
a better experience at my second high school than I did at my first.
Well, Bella is being integrated into this group very
she's
quickly and very nicely.
Alaina
they're
would say to her, "Are you fucking kidding
Are
me?
you fucking kidding me, Bella?" Like, God. And she treats them like shit.
She does.
They are trying on dresses. She's not even looking at them. She's like in her own thing. And then she just gets up and bails. Like, doesn't even pay attention to them. I was like, why are you trying to be friends with her? I'd be like, fuck this girl.
Yeah. She's like, I have to go to like a bookstore.
I have to go to a bookstore. And she goes to the bookstore to get the Legends book.
And it's also like, could you not have just been like, hey, when we're done trying on, or
mind
when
if
you
we
guys are
stop at
done,
a
like,
bookstore?
will you come to this bookstore with me?
Yeah.
That's how friendship works.
No, she just decided to bail on them.
Rude.
And she's just going to obsess over Edward for the rest of her life. She doesn't need friends.
Yeah, it really is so toxic when you get
so
into
toxic.
it. And this is really where it becomes like
So bad.
ridiculously insane.
Because she ends up getting like running into these like drunk guys
She
who are
tries
like,
to walk down a fucking alley. What are
in
you
the
doing
like,
walking
what
down
the
an
fuck?
alley?
And these drunk guys are gross and disgusting, and they
Yeah.
like are going to assault her essentially. And Edward shows up in his Volvo
He is.
and like growls at them.
I'm sorry. When
I loved it.
I would have been the most toxic woman. When he growls at them.
Yeah.
And then he's like, get in the car. And he's like, you didn't know what they And then he's like, you didn't know what they were thinking.
And
like-
she's like, "You did."
I'd be like, save me every night.
And they end up going to dinner, and but Jessica and Angela are like, "Hey, where you been? We had no fucking clue where you were. We've been calling you. Like, what the
Lost ya."
fuck? Like, lost you." They're all like, "What the fuck?"
And then even in that moment, they're still rooting for her.
they're still
like they're
rooting
like,
for
oh
her.
yeah,
Like,
go
good
to
for
dinner,
you.
like have dinner,
Bail on us. Like, it's cool.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, you really lucked into these gals, and you should hang on to them and treat them better. But she goes to dinner with
Edward.
Edward,
And his song is playing in the background.
his song is playing.
Robert
That
Pattinson's.
like.
It's the
Exact. That's it.
when all were.
That was it.
And
That
then
was
he
a
says,
clip. That's it.
Where'd you go?
I mean, can you tell the difference? No, you can't.
Thank you.
But they talk about like, you know what, like that. Basically, what's going on? Like that he's been stalking her essentially.
Because she's literally like, how did you know I was going to be here?
And he's like, I was following.
He says like, I was following in case anything happened to you, which
Yeah.
is sweet in theory, but you like think about it as an adult and you're
That's
like,
just stalking her.
like
Like, I don't want to be followed by you.
No, like I can
go
take care
away.
of myself. But
Yeah.
that's the thing about Bella. That's where she's like baby girl coded because she
Yeah.
doesn't want to have to take care of herself.
No. And there's a reason for that, though, that makes sense. Because when you look at her parents, her
Oh, yeah.
mom, we didn't even touch on her mom. Her mom's a fucking wreck.
sucks.
Her mom sucks.
Fuck you, Renee.
Her mom, the reason she went to Forks is because her mom is together with a minor league baseball player named Phil. And she's unhappy that she can't travel around with him and that she has to stay with her child.
And Bella picked
So
up
Bella's
on that.
like, do you want me to leave so you can do that? And she's like,
yeah, I
that'd be
guess
sick.
you could.
That's it. She's an asshole.
Yeah, she sucks.
Her mom's like a total like hot mess asshole. She's not like a cute, fun, like, oh, I'm just like a Lorelai Gilmore kind of like, you know,
No, she
messy
sucks.
mom. She just sucks.
Yeah. And then
And
also
so-
like in the book, Charlie is very
Yeah. And in the book, she had to take care of her mom,
Yep.
essentially, like parentified child. And then she had to take care of her dad in the book too.
yeah.
Like she cooks him all his meals and shit. Like
Yeah.
he's just always like working or fishing.
Yeah.
And so like she really did. I think she looks at this as like, cool,
Fucking take care of
someone
me
can
then.
just take care of me now.
Yeah.
So I think this was like learned toxic behavior,
Totally.
unfortunately, that she was like searching for something.
Which
But
is
yeah.
also like weird because then
It's
like
very
her
weird.
boyfriend becomes her dad.
Yeah, it's very weird.
And then also like when Jacob or when like we'll get into it in New Moon, but like Edward leaves and then like Jacob
yeah.
steps in
It
and
gets
like
real weird.
there's also like so much imagery of her being carried around all the time.
yes.
And it's like
She's always carried.
really weird.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And in this conversation, he's saying how like he can read minds, but he can't read hers. And I was like, oh, so you read the Suki Stackhouse books?
Yeah.
Because that's literally True Blood.
Yeah.
Like that's just True
Suki.
Blood. And the Suki Stackhouse books were out at a time. So like maybe that just interested her that they could read minds and maybe one person can block it.
Yeah.
It's definitely reminiscent of it.
There was a few things too, and I can't think of them now, but like if you go back and listen to our rewatcher episodes for Buffy, I was like, oh,
Yeah.
that's where she got that.
She was definitely, I think Stephanie Meyer was definitely like,
inspired.
she was absorbing a lot of this kind of material, so I'm sure like bits and pieces of it just came into her lore.
Yeah.
But this is one that we're watching True Blood right now, so it just like stuck out to me as like, oh, the one person whose mind you can't read, it's like flipped around.
Yep. Getting scared is one thing. Getting a thrill is, well, you want more of those in your life. The Genesis GV70 is built to thrill, baby. A thrilling yet elegant design always makes driving the GV70 an exciting adventure. Its powerful athletic stance screams performance and turns heads. Everybody's looking at you, girl, or boy, or whoever. Command the road and experience a class-leading standard 300 horsepower. Oh my God. Plus, discover the different dynamic drive modes for all different terrains. Choose between the different terrain modes for whatever road conditions you may encounter. The Genesis GV70's award-winning technology and performance lets you drive with comfort and drive with confidence all at the same time. It's an exciting SUV with intuitive tech that can make your ride smooth even when the road isn't. And its blind spot cameras allow you to see what's next to you. It's like having eyes on the side of your head. That's pretty iconic. Its performance, by the way, is measured not only in power, but in how it makes you feel confident, sexy. The Genesis GV70. Learn more at genesis.com and feel the GV70. This episode is brought to you by SoFi, the all-in-one finance app where you can bank, borrow, and invest all in one place. Let's talk about bank accounts for a second. The average bank savings rate is 0.39% in interest. You're earning pennies on your savings, and it doesn't have to be that way. But with SoFi's high-yield checkings and savings, the money barely making moves sitting in your savings account can earn over 8 times the national average savings rate with eligible direct deposit. No account or overdraft fees. We love transparency. You can get your paycheck up to 2 days early, plus get up to a $300 welcome bonus when you sign up with eligible direct deposit. Sign up for SoFi checking and savings at SoFi.com/morbid. SoFi checking and savings is offered through SoFi Bank N.A. member FDIC. Terms apply.
Need a boost? Sometimes all it takes is tapping into your inner cool. Icebreaker's gum helps you unleash the confidence within. Each chew releases a rush of icy flavor powered by cooling flavor crystals, sending a wave of refreshment to reinvigorate all your senses. Icebreaker's convenient pack fits everywhere, from car cup holders to backpack pockets, so you can find your cool wherever you go. Grab Icebreaker's gum online or at a store near you.
Now, and then we get the fucking scene where he pulls her into the... Because she figures out he's a vampire.
Yeah.
And he pulls her into the fucking woods at school.
This is... No other movie has touched me in a moment quite like this.
He's so aggressive in this
Say
moment.
it.
Say it
loud.
out loud.
I know what you are.
And she's standing with her arms in front of her, which is a very awkward stance.
She's essentially doing like the Wednesday Addams.
Yeah.
When the sun goes down and the moon comes up.
But she's just
Bella
doing it
turns
silently.
into a teenage goo-goo muck.
She does turn into a teenage
In
goo-goo
these
muck.
woods, Bella was a teenage goo-goo muck.
She's a teenage goo-goo muck. That is for sure.
Can it?
That is for sure.
And he's just standing behind her like, say it.
He was like, oh my God.
And she goes, vampire.
Vampire.
Vampire. It's Tom Lake in the Buffy episode.
Tom, like, come on the show. Oh, wait, you did. That's a rewatcher reference. Go listen to the rewatcher from the beginning. Do it. It's
Hey.
great. But yeah, he's so aggressive, though. He grabs her arm and literally drags her through the forest and up a mountain.
Is this when he screams, as if you could outrun me?
We're not there yet, baby. We're not there yet, because first...
One thing about me is that I'm
there.
always there.
I am always in a place of, as if
You could outrun me.
But first, we have to get to a place of I'm sad and sparkly. So first he has to go up there, rip open his shirt, and show that he just looks a little sweaty.
I love it.
Like, he just looks a little sweaty.
I love it.
And then he says, this is the skin of a killer, Bella.
The best.
there's so many good lines. So many good lines. This is the
killer,
skin of a
Bella.
killer, Bella. And then he starts zooming around.
He
And at
like
one
he
point
gets the
says-
zoomies.
He literally huffs and puffs and like hunches over and says, "As if you could outrun."
I told you he's the tree miser.
He's crouching. And then he just starts crouching in trees, which goes crazy. And she's just looking up at him and he's like, "Aren't I a hot vampire?" And I'm like, "No.
I don't even think he's trying to
You're
convey
going all
that.
nimbly bibbly from tree to tree." And I need you to get down. But then she becomes very aggressive because she's like, "No, I want it. I love it. I think I want to marry you. I love you." And he's like, "I've killed people though, and I've wanted to kill you from the second I laid eyes on you." And she's like, "But I
hot.
love you. I'm fine with it." And even Robert Pattinson later was like, "Something's wrong with her." Because he was like, Edward literally says to her, "I've wanted to kill you since the moment I met you." And she's like, "But
I love you."
I'd still hit it.
She says to him, I don't know if it's in the woods or if it's when they're at dinner. She says, "I don't have the strength to stay away from you anymore."
Like, what the fuck?
Or does he say that actually now that I think about it?
He probably says it.
says that.
But either way, they've met each other 4.5 seconds ago.
Yeah, it's not okay.
We need to be real about
It's not
that.
okay.
But he's so upfront about how much he wants to kill her. And she's like, "It's cool.
Yeah.
You've let me know. So thank you."
Thanks for
and that's
that.
it. I'm just like, all right, I guess we put that on paper. So there's that.
She's a temptress.
She is. And this is when they decide that they're going to be together because they lay in the meadow and he's sparkling. And it's real weird.
I think her foot's gone in this
Her
scene.
foot is gone.
In the CGI, they take her foot out by accident.
It happens. It's sloppy.
Yeah.
But then they end up going to school the next day and they show up together. And this is when Spotlight plays.
And this is when he
Spotlight is
says,
on.
"This is when he says, I'm going to hell anyways."
This is what bothers me. Because he's like, "Since I'm going to hell."
And he puts his arm around her and like pulls her in.
And he says this a couple of times, like the hell comment. And I'm like, where
You're
does
dead.
it say that?
Well, it's also like, you're dead.
And that's it. Well, and it's also like, that's not part of the, like, it's just a weird, I don't know. It does like, since I'm going to hell.
I think he has like
I guess
this
it's
like,
just like a
he has like a
saying.
self-hatred quality about him because he
does.
like hates that he's a monster.
Yeah.
In his own,
I'm just like, says who? Who says you're going to
I think
hell?
him.
Like what?
Yeah. But it's weird.
But and then like he explains his origin story to her and he does so while it's pouring rain and he is staying out of the cover of the rain, just getting fucking soaked and she's just sitting there dry. And then a
2
minute
seconds later,
he's bone dry.
yeah.
And
doing
crouching
weird things with his hands
with his
again.
fingers walking in front of him.
It's so strange.
It's very salad fingers-esque of him.
It is.
It's a lot. And then this is when she goes to meet his family too. And when he's like, "You worried?" Like that's when he gets really Scottish.
Yep.
But this is when Rosalie breaks the bowl because she's just pissed.
Oh my God, wait, before that, is that when Billy Black, Jacob's dad, and Edward pass?
They have a stare off.
They have a stare off.
Yes.
You can see the crew.
You
in
can,
Edward's,
yeah,
in Edward's mirror.
Volvo.
Yeah.
Well, and I think Rosalie also gets kind of a bad rap.
I think
Because
she does.
She's
yeah.
pissed because if you think about it, I'm thinking of it bare bones.
Okay, hit me.
You are a family for all intents and purposes.
Yeah.
For hundreds of years, you've been a family. You've had this plan. You have a thing together. There is a literal law among your species that says you cannot let humans know who you are or what you are. And if you do, then your whole family is going to be in jeopardy.
Yeah.
And then he meets this girl and 5 seconds later tells her everything about your species and way of life, breaking every law, endangering your entire family, and then brings her over and is like, treat her nice.
Treat her nice.
I would have broken a fucking bowl too. I would have been like, you dumb fuck. Are you kidding? She's right.
Yeah.
So when you guys stop making googly eyes at each other, we're all going to have our heads ripped off and be burned?
That's fair.
Like, really?
It's fair.
Is it worth it, bitch? Like, and she already ate? What the fuck?
I was just gonna say that's what really does Rosalie in is they're preparing this beautiful meal for Bella.
Yeah.
And Edward, because
He outs
it's not
her.
even Bella.
I
Bella's
know.
like, oh my God, like you didn't have to do that. Thank
Yeah,
you.
I'll eat.
And he's like, she already ate.
She already ate. I'm like, you dick.
And also, when Rosalie like smashes the bowl, that's why the actress is wearing gloves in that scene. She cut her hand when she
That
she had
sucks.
originally smashed it.
I thought the gloves were just fashion.
Yeah, she's very fashionable.
She is. But I get, everyone's like, calm down, Rosalie. No, I get it.
Can you talk
She's
about
just mad.
the khaki skirt?
Oh my God. So she is apparently described as wearing a long khaki skirt in this scene. And like a blue blouse, which Edward ends up becoming obsessed with.
Because collarbones.
Also, if you want us to cover Midnight Sun, which is Edward's point of view of Twilight,
I've never
we
read
will,
that.
Happily do that for
We
you.
will do that. in fact.
So, because there's a lot in that.
Is there?
Oh yeah, the whole thing is.
I'm
from
actually
Edward's
going to
point of
buy it
view.
right now as you talk.
So maybe we should do that. But he's obsessed with the blue blouse. But the long khaki skirt. And Stephanie Meyer later said that during her time of writing this and growing up, khaki skirt was like a staple wardrobe piece.
Which is diabolical.
I don't remember that time period, but I don't know how old Stephanie Meyer is. Let me look. She's 51, so she's older than I am. So I don't know. Maybe it was, but I thought thinking of Bella standing there wearing a long khaki skirt is really throwing me, especially with Rosalie standing there looking like a fucking snack
Yeah.
in her gloves and everything.
Making a
And you
whole
know
meal.
she's looking at her being like,
You khaki
Edward,
skirt bitch.
are you fucking kidding me?
You
You're going to
you-
endanger our entire family for this khaki skirt wearing bitch?
this khaki skirt, blue blouse bitch?
Just with a ponytail.
A ponytail?
She got a ponytail.
Uh-uh.
Yeah, it's very she's all that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, you know what? Justice for Rosalie. She's been through a lot.
Yeah. We skipped over to that Edward watches Bella when she sleeps.
He does that a lot.
We
She
glossed
thinks
over
that's
that.
hot. I mean, there's not a lot to say about that.
I just
That's
wanted to make sure it was in here.
Yeah, he watches her while he's been doing it.
We thought that was like top romance.
Yeah.
When it came out. I mean, at least I did. I was like,
Yeah.
oh my God.
Oh my god.
I hope that happens to me someday.
I hope some guy watches me
Now,
sleep.
that's my worst fucking nightmare.
Yeah, we talk about that shit all the time.
Yeah.
It's not good.
It's bad.
never good.
It's the worst.
And when they go up to his room, and he's like, yeah, she's like, where's your bed? And I was like, all right, Bella, calm down.
Idiot.
Like, you're not going to fuck here.
Yeah,
And he's like, yeah,
one thing about Bella is she stays trying to fuck.
She stays horny,
Yeah.
Bella. She's horned up all the time. And she's always trying to fuck him. Which
She's really
like,
repressed.
With the way he's described when you're like a teenager, I'm sure I would be
I
like
get
all
it.
over that too.
Yeah.
But I love it because like he's got all these books and Claire de Lune is playing and he's like like I'm just listening to Debussy, like no big deal. And she's like, Claire de Lune is great, and it's supposed to be that like, see,
She's so different.
I know that too.
Yeah.
And I couldn't help it. I was like, my kids have several books that Claire de Lune is in.
Like
I know
lullaby books.
if I played Claire de Lune right now, I'm pretty sure my youngest would be like, Claire de Lune. Like she would know.
Great stuff.
Like it's just, but they make it like this highly
Highbrow.
niche, highbrow thing. That
Bella's
like,
not like other girls.
I'm not like other girls. I'm like, well, you're like my 6-year-old. So you're not that like quirky.
Like, sounds like you had the same lullaby book,
sounds
Bells.
like you had that book. So, but yeah, this is when I literally was like, Edward is not safe.
Yeah.
Because she's like, can we fuck? Like you can tell
pretty
she's just like, so
much.
where do we fuck in here? And he
Yeah.
was like, how about I just take you outside?
He's like, how about we go flying?
Let's go fly.
Hold on tight, Spider Monkey.
And this is the spider monkey.
Hold on tight, Spider Monkey is diabolical.
And the visual of when he jumps from tree to tree,
All nimbly bimbly.
it's like he's in this weird position and also it's just like, oh, like looking forward as he
Looking
like
off.
flies through the air. It's the least hot thing I can imagine.
Yeah.
And then he's climbing up the tree, but barely touching it. And he just looks like how a bear would climb up a tree.
Okay,
It's-
that I'm not mad at. The flying, I'm with you. I'll sign off on
You're
that.
not mad at the climbing up the tree?
I'm not.
Damn.
I want to climb up the tree.
It's the way he looks. He's like, hop, 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 hop. Like,
I mean,
this
how
is-
do you climb up a tree?
I don't climb up trees, so this would not do it for me to begin with. I'd be like, I'm not climbing up a tree.
I
Get
would
outta
want to
here.
climb up the tree.
But yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah.
And at one point, Mike tells Bella that he doesn't like this Edward thing.
Yeah, and
then
I'd be
he's
like, I don't give a fuck, Mike.
when he goes, he just looks at you like you're something to eat. And I was like, that is quite possibly the worst writing I've ever heard.
So heavy-handed.
It's such a clunky line.
Yeah.
It's so clunky. Like
Yeah.
somebody should have heard that and been like, too much. Yeah, like too much.
Subtleties. Look it up.
And that's when they go and play baseball and we get Charlie. So Bella's like, hey, so Edward's outside and he's taking me to play baseball and he's like, what the fuck? And she's
This
like,
is honestly so
he wants,
real.
yeah, and she's like, he wants you to meet him and he's cleaning his shotgun as he does and he just flicks it closed.
Send him in.
And he's like, send him in.
Hot.
And I said, holy shit.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I was like, Charlie. It's being like, it's that dad thing too.
Yeah.
Because I was like, ooh, okay. But I'm into it. But they go to play baseball, and this is the supermassive black hole, the very classic baseball scene where they play during a thunderstorm so no one can hear it because they hit the ball so hard.
I wonder, is it in the illustrated guide? What happens if a vampire gets struck by lightning?
I don't think it's in the illustrated. I didn't see it in the illustrated guide. Update it. At one point, Rosalie, when Emmett climbs up a tree to get a ball, he says, "My monkey man." And I said, "Oh,
Family's
Lord.
got a big thing for
I said,
monkeys.
what's going on here?
Spider, hold on tight, spider
going on
monkey, my
here?
monkey man.
The way Nikki Reed delivers her lines as Rosalie, I think she's really good in the first movie. Because when she says that is the gnarliest line to have to deliver. But I believed it coming out of her mouth.
Yeah.
When she said it, I was like, yeah, Rosalie did say that.
Her and Emmett have a very cute relationship
Because they
together.
are like obsessed with each other.
Yeah, but then she does say at one point, I don't know if it's in the movies or if it's in the books, that she would give him up to like be human again, I think.
Oh yeah, because so now to Rosalie, back to the illustrated guide when they go back to her backstory. Rosalie's one dream in life was to get married and have a child.
Right.
That's all she wanted to do. And like grow old with this person, have a normal life. And so like she was robbed of all that because she can't have a child. And
which also
that's all
doesn't
she
make
wants.
any sense when you think about how Bella gets pregnant.
Holes poking the lore all over the place. But I guess when Emmett was turned, it was because he was mauled by a bear.
Oh fuck, I didn't even know that.
And Rosalie finds him and thinks he's like so beautiful and loves him. But it's said in the illustrated guide that when Rosalie was human, she was jealous of only one person, and it was her best friend, Vera, I believe her name was. And it's because Vera was married, had a husband who loved her, and a little boy named Henry.
Okay.
And that was what she wanted.
I feel like things are about to get so weird.
They're going to get so weird because they always do.
Yeah.
She said that his face reminded her of like Henry.
I fucking knew you were gonna say
of
that.
like a child.
I fucking knew you were gonna
and
say that.
And so she was in love with him.
I hate it.
And then Carlisle was like, seems like a good enough reason.
No.
I'm telling you, you take a peek through that illustrated guide and it will change your life.
I think you just changed my life in that moment.
It'll
not for the better.
Your goddamn life.
I have been changed.
Forever changed.
For bad.
For bad. I've not been changed for good. But they do love each other.
Yeah, they do.
So there's that.
I also love in the baseball scene when Emmett and Edward like collide.
Yeah.
And they like roll around and giggle. And if you look closely, Edward flips off.
Oh, does he?
Emmett. Yeah.
He also does that like snap thing, like, oh man.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's when we meet like Laurent and
Victoria. What a fucking disservice.
Yeah, we gotta
to
talk
humanity.
About Victoria, played by, Rochelle Lefevre, I believe it's pronounced. I had my French guy on pronounce names. Tell me,
names?
Lefevre. Rochelle. Listen, nothing against Bryce Dallas Howard.
No, I love Bryce Dallas
She's great.
Howard. She's great.
She's not Victoria.
She's not Victoria.
Rochelle killed it as Victoria.
The first two movies, especially in New Moon, because she like, and we're gonna cover that. She's back with a vengeance. She is that scene in New Moon where she's jumping through the trees as they're like doing the search party or like the investigation. I think that was another sexual awakening for me.
Like she's amazing.
She's so good. And then Bryce Dallas Howard is such a great actress. Like I'm not saying anything against her in that way. She doesn't have the energy that the first Victoria had. That like villainess, like
something about
lioness.
That's what it is. It's like a predator.
Yeah.
Like she had that predatory, like,
yes.
And she killed it. Like I thought she was so fucking good. Mm-hmm. And this is when we kind of meet them all. And this is after they've killed Waylon.
Yeah.
And she's wearing Waylon's shirt.
Oh, fuck. I didn't even catch that.
Yeah.
Good call.
Waylon's wearing like some like, it had a shamrock on it and she's wearing it.
That's iconic.
In that scene.
I'm obsessed.
Which makes it even cooler.
And she's got that big fucking fur jacket.
Yep.
I love it.
She just looks so fucking cool and her hair is awesome.
They all look cool.
And she's really good at that like animalistic look that she gives. Like she just,
like you said, like predator.
She's really predatory. Mm-hmm. But they, of course, James ends up smelling Bella.
Because also,
They put her hair down.
Edward makes her put her hair down. It was up in a ponytail,
Yeah.
and she could have just like stuffed it into her jacket.
I don't know if it was masking like her neck and stuff, like masking her
like
skin.
arteries.
And it was just because the wind blew that it kind of like wafted over to him.
Yeah, it just seemed like a bad plan all around.
But now he's tracking her and he's not going to stop until he gets her.
He's like obsessed with
He's
the
obsessed. This
chase.
is just what he does. He's a tracker. So they have to get her out of there really fast. And like, you have to tell Charlie something because you have to leave your house because he's not safe.
And
They'll track
Bella
to your house.
says, I can't hurt him.
Yeah, literally says, I can't hurt him. And she looks at Edward and says, what do I tell him? I can't hurt him. And Edward's like, just shrugs and walks away. I was like, thank you for the help.
He like jumps out the window.
And so she basically goes with, I hate him. I'm breaking up with him. I'm leaving the state. And Charlie's like, no, you're not leaving the state because you broke up with your boyfriend. And he says, he's like, did he hurt you?
Yeah.
And he's like, no. And she's like, I hate him. He sucks. And he's like, okay, let's just sleep on. He's like, fuck, like this is teenage girl shit.
Yeah, and he even says sleep on it, and
He
if you
says,
still
"Sleep
feel
on
the
it.
same way, I'll bring
drive
you to the airport.
Like let's just talk about it tomorrow. And then she ends up she's literally like, what? So we can just sit around at the diner every day and like do this and like
Watch baseball on the flat screen.
Yeah, and I'll just be stuck here like mom was, and then like leaves. She is so nasty to him after saying I can't hurt him.
I thought you weren't gonna hurt that
She
man.
eviscerates him.
He slits his
And
throat.
he's just standing at the doorway, completely dejected. It's like the worst.
Yeah.
And she ends up saying that she said to him what her mom said when she left him. Yeah. Which I was like, that's so fucked up, Bella.
It's
Like, you're not a good person. No, like, that's
She-
really bad.
on a much smaller scale. She's also like, I'll pull over and like stop at a motel if I'm tired. I'm like, you can't stop at a motel. You're a
17
minor.
years old.
Like you can't just travel
Get
the
a
states.
hotel room.
Like hello.
What are you talking about?
It doesn't make any and the fact that Charlie just like lets her go eventually, because obviously he's like, you know, frozen because she hurt him so bad. But I'm like, you gotta get in your car, Charlie, and like,
Yeah, like you gotta
follow
do
her.
something.
I mean, I guess we don't know what he did after she left.
It's true because like they kind of
But-
speed off. But
I don't know.
Also, when she's going in her room during this scene to like pack her shit, Edward is just creeping by the door.
Yeah.
Like just right there. You can
Like not
see
even
him.
behind the
Yeah,
door,
just right
like
there.
next to the hinge.
But while they're driving away, there's this big bang on the car, and they're like, "What was that?" And he's like, "It's just Emmett." For some reason, that made me laugh so hard because he's like, "It's just Emmett."
I would be so fucking angry in that
I
moment.
would fucking kill him.
I'm being hunted by a like deviant vampire who wants
Yeah.
to rip open my arteries, and you allow your buffoon brother to just buffoon
brother.
onto the back of this truck.
Any minor inconvenience that happens to me or anything like that, I'm just gonna say it's just Emmett. It's just Emmett.
It's just Emmett.
Don't worry about it. Anytime
What
if
the
my kids are
fuck?
like, I think there's a monster out there, I'm like, it's
just
just Emmett.
Emmett. They're like,
don't
"What?"
worry. I'm like, don't worry, it's just Emmett. They end up going to therapy later, being like, and then she told me about this man named Emmett outside my room.
We still don't know who he
We
is.
don't know who Emmett is.
We watched Twilight. We're not sure if it's
I
Kelley
don't
Lutz.
get it. Why is it Kellen Lutz? Why was Kellen Lutz outside my
To
bedroom?
this day, I can't drive an open bed truck.
So it ends up that they have to get away. And you know, James lures her to her old ballet studio.
With like an old phone,
Yeah.
or like an old home video of her
Yeah,
mom being
her
like,
mom.
Bella, where are you?
Like couldn't find her. Because he tells her he's gonna kill her mom if she doesn't show up. So of course she shows up. She gets the shit kicked out of her. And
Yeah, she should have died because when he throws her,
he cracks her. She cracks her head on that corner.
yeah, he literally yeets her into the corner of like a banister, and there's blood.
yeah.
I'm like, your skull is sticking into your brain right
And
now,
like
and I know
Edward
it.
can't handle it. Alice can't handle it. Carlisle, because like she gets bit by James.
Before she gets bit, and when they show up, Emmett, Alice, and Jasper show up as like a trio, and they just
Slowly.
slowly fall down, and it's like the Spy Kids movie, the way they descend to the floor.
They're just like whoopoosh. Like they
That's
just end
wild.
up. But they can't. None of them can handle the blood, especially like, you know,
Especially not
especially
Confederate Jasper.
He's all upset.
Like, I want to eat her alive.
But James has bit her.
Yeah.
So now the venom is going to start turning her if Carlisle doesn't.
If Edward doesn't
Drink.
do something, suck out the venom.
Yeah, suck
basically.
out the venom. I think that's what it is. And when he does, Bella's eyes go cross-eyed
It's so
like several
upsetting.
times, and it is one of the funniest things I've.
Poor
She's just
thing.
like
'Cause she's
staring out her
dying.
nose. She's dying.
That
but
was
in
actually-
the funniest way.
Hold on. I gotta film that. I'm filming it for you guys. That's perfect. And go. That was Perfect.
That's what she does.
Perfect presentation.
And he broke her leg too. So like he like crunches.
Oh,
her
you
leg.
were also very angry, rightfully so.
Oh yeah, because
Carlisle.
also Carlisle's like her femoral artery is severed. She's only got a few minutes, and that was after she's been lying there for a couple minutes. One, not enough blood.
She would have been dead.
Femoral artery, you have like 2 to 5 minutes is like
You have a guardian
you
angel.
might be a superhero. Like that's just like part. You're bleeding out. Like it's gone. And this takes a long time. When he says it's severed,
Yeah.
that would have been like that would have been blood everywhere.
It would have been what should have happened in the ketchup bottle
Literally,
earlier.
like I was like, you didn't have to go there.
They
but
also
whatever.
take so fucking long discussing this, and I'm like,
Yeah.
hey,
While her femoral artery is
guys, she's
severed.
dying right now.
But they do save her, and she wakes up in the hospital, and like Edward's been there,
And her oxygen mask is literally upon her eyebrows.
it's just in her eyebrows. Like it's just crazy.
It's a lot.
And when her mom leaves, and Edward just walks up to her and is like, Bella, you need to go to Jacksonville, Florida. And
Hold
you need
on.
to go with your mom. And like,
Before that, even. Because we talked about how shitty her mom is.
oh, yeah.
She wakes up in the hospital, Bella, and she says, "What happened?" And her mom is like,
Oh my God, yes.
you were at the Cullens' house and you're so clumsy, you crazy bitch. You tripped and you fell down 2 flights of stairs and through a fucking window.
Through a window.
And we don't know what the bite on your wrist is all about.
No, but I'm sure it wasn't your boyfriend who you
None
were
of
trying
us.
to leave the state about.
None of us are questioning
Yeah.
domestic violence.
None
You're
of
just a
us.
clumsy gal.
None of us.
Guys.
Like, no one's
God,
questioning.
Charlie, you're a fucking police officer. Excuse me again. The police officer.
Chief.
She has a bite scar on her fucking
Yeah.
wrist. Like, and she was literally in this massive fight about to leave the state. And
Yeah.
you just believe that she tripped and fell through a fucking
and
window?
Fell through a window.
I don't know, guys.
I don't know about that.
I think you shouldn't have had a child.
I don't think so
I think you're
either.
really big bad at this.
I don't think they're great at it.
But now Jacksonville.
But yeah, that's when Edward's like, you should just go to Jacksonville. Like, we shouldn't do this anymore. Like breaking up with her while she's on oxygen.
Because he's like, I
That's a
can't
lot.
endanger you anymore.
And she flips the fuck out.
Yeah, she codes.
And she's like, we can't be apart. We can't be, you can't leave me. You can't leave me. We can't be apart. You can't ever be away from me. And I was like, this is the most toxic shit I've ever seen in my life.
She literally says, "You can't you can't say stuff like that to me ever."
And then he said, and she's like, so you're not going to go, like, you're not going to leave me. And he says, where else am I going to go?
Woof.
And I said, Stephanie, I don't think that was the line that you thought it was, because if somebody said that to me, I'd be like, so it's lack of options? That's
You know how
keeping you
people
here?
say there's like peaks of romance? This is
That's-
like the doldrums
That
of
is
romance.
Quite a valley, I would say.
That's hell.
That is hell.
That's hell is your beautiful man looking at you and saying,
where else am I going to go?
I don't
Lack
have
of
any other
options,
options.
so I'm here.
Fuck.
Damn.
That'd be a humbling moment.
But it's not for Bella, because they go to prom together.
And she
she's
wears
wearing
leggings under her
and
dress.
and a cardigan over her dress.
Not even just like a cute cardigan either. Like I
Like a
get
grandma
it.
cardigan.
It's just
Yeah.
awful.
But what's fun is it's like Monte Carlo themed.
Yeah.
And when you get there, there's like a big roulette wheel, or like a big wheel. And standing next to the wheel, if you look back on it, is Victoria.
Yup.
In a prom dress with an updo.
She's like, hey.
And you can just see her in the background. You don't notice it until later.
Yup.
But it's this is when they dance in the gazebo.
But before that, Jacob shows up at
Oh,
prom.
I forgot that he shows up.
Jacob shows up at prom in the most diabolical outfit.
And he's just
He's
dressed
wearing
in,
like his best, his Sunday's best.
Sunday best.
His like untucked white shirt and like too short.
Just a floppy tie.
tie, exactly. And he is essentially there because he's like, hey, my dad really wants you to break up with your boyfriend.
And he paid me
so
$20 to come and tell you that.
Here I am.
And she's like, cool,
at your
thanks.
prom.
Yeah, and he's like, all right,
Bye.
see you later. Like, that was it.
Like,
You're
okay.
just like, all right. And so they dance in a gazebo, and she's like, I really want you to turn me because, like, you're going to stay this way forever, and I'm going to get old and die. And he's like, I don't know about that.
That
And
does
then he's
suck.
like, you want me to do it? You want me to do it right now? And she like leans back her neck, and it looks like he's about to do it, but you're like, he's not going to do it at your prom, dude.
That's the thing. This got me
There's
when I was
literal
12
laws
and
about
watched
them not showing people
Yeah.
who they are.
You can't drink at prom, and you also can't turn into a
And
vampire
You
at
saw what
prom.
happens when venom enters your body. You're going to convulse on the floor for 3 days. Like, it's not going to be pretty.
She was ready.
So he doesn't. And he's like, maybe we'll talk about it later. And she's like, fine. And then the last thing we see is somebody watching out the window. And she turns around, and it's fucking Victoria.
And she takes the pin that's
And she
holding her
takes the pin,
chignon.
and she's got tears rolling down her face because remember, her mate was James.
Yeah.
And to back up,
They mate for life.
I forgot to tell you that when James bit Bella, they ripped James to pieces.
Oh, they literally ripped his head off
and burned his body because that's the only way you can kill a vampire. Yeah. And you see it. Like, it's actually awesome because Alice literally hops up on him and just twists his head off, like, pop!
Yeah, like a Barbie doll.
Pretty amazing. While, like, Jasper and Emmett are holding his arms. Like, it's gnarly.
That poor dance studio.
But that's...
I hope she had insurance.
I know you're not going to really come back from that.
No.
But that's her mate. So, like, she has the tears running down her face, and her face looks like... I remember seeing this and being like, oh, fuck.
I said, oh, we're getting a sequel.
And she just walks away. It's a great ending.
It's so good.
I think it's such a fun, campy, fucking weird-ass movie.
It's the randomest movie of all time.
It's so weird. And I love
How you liking the rain, girl?
How you liking the rain, girl?
Next time it rains, I'm going to come in here and scream that at everyone. I love it.
As if you could outrun me.
This is the skin of a killer, Bella.
Like... You can't. And then,
hello.
This is not even talking about New Moon.
I can't. We touched on it a couple times.
But barely.
I can't wait.
Let us talk about New Moon, everybody.
New Moon is reckless. Please allow us.
It is. It's so reckless.
You loved this. And if you didn't.
You loved this.
If you didn't, you did.
You loved this. I said it. It's so much fun, though. I love it. I think it's so much fun. I hope you guys enjoyed this really big deep dive that we thought was going to be like 30 minutes and ended up being like 4 days.
It's great.
How long is it, Mikey?
Like 2 hours.
2 hours, I'm gonna die.
Oh my God.
I'm obsessed. All right. Well, we have to end this here because Mikey has to edit it. So we love you guys. We hope you keep listening.
And we hope you
keep
it
Twilight. Bye.
The skin of a killer. Weirdos.
Hello.
Hello.
Nothing beats tradition, like weekly game nights at Mom's house. And Tostitos, crafted with masa made the traditional way, starting with whole corn kernels, with flavors worth gathering around, like a hint of lime and Mexican street corn. And no artificial colors, flavors, or preservatives. That's the Tostitos way. Bring Tostitos to your next game night, and you'll be winning either way. Tostitos. Tradition matters.
Hi, I'm Angie Hicks, co-founder of Angie. One thing I've learned is that you buy a house, but you make it a home. For decades, Angie's helped millions of homeowners hire skilled pros for the projects that matter. Angie, the one you trust to find the ones you trust. Find a pro for your project at Angie.com.